right, Square. We're gonna dive right on in here. Oh, go to this one right because this is the pregame interviews. So introduce yourself a little bit.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm Squared. I'm the captain of the Senate, and I've I have a little bit of grand final experience. This is my fourth grand final. Lost two, won one, and actually one of the losses was against DC, and we actually won the first map against them last time. So I'm hoping for a better showing this time.
Well, do you remember what the last one was? What league it was?
It was Kyanite League. We were all my finals are in the Kyanite League. Two of them were free, and then one of them was paid.
So is this like the Senate's like first big league grand finals that they're in?
Yeah, I guess the Senate, just because the rebrand or whatever. But I
Yeah.
still count the election as
Oh yeah, I would
as
too.
this. It's basically the same roster, yeah. And Kyanite paid. It was the paid league against CC. So I'd say this is our second big final, and I don't know. I'm excited.
Well, tell me about this season. How was it getting to this point? What was the road like? What were some big names you had to take on?
It was if you're talking about this league specifically,
This league
it
specific,
was
yep.
rocky. Yeah, it was a little rocky because we started off we started off as underrated, and I wasn't even here. It was like when I got dropped from like they made their own team, and I just disbanded election, and they were doing pretty well, but there was the issues. They broke apart, and then Crypto, who was actually like one of the captains for CC, had us remake our team, and now it's the Senate. So like we came together as the Senate halfway through the season, and we ended up scraping first place in our group. And luckily, in my opinion, we had an easier bracket than CC side. But I don't know. We still first seed making it down here, and I don't remember exact names from this league. I can look at them real quick, but there's teams like Pizza the Pineapple. We 2-0 them in the semifinals, and it wasn't super close, but it wasn't. I don't know. It was 2-0, no overtime, and we also beat NLG. So NLG, I mean, I'm sorry to say that they were probably the weakest team in the playoffs. Which I guess we earned the spot though. We earned our number one spot, so
say,
we worked our way for this spot. Yeah.
You guys came in pretty strong then for coming in late and then finishing with the first seed.
Yeah, exactly.
So looking back though, let's even look at yesterday. Because I just casted you guys yesterday. You guys took down 5.2. What was the mental like of the team, especially taking down 5.2? Like, was it all hype? Was it okay? We just gotta focus for tomorrow, or what was going on in the locker room after that one?
Well, yeah, I wasn't there, but I've definitely talked to them since then, and they were excited. Boy, they were really excited. But this team is going to be a little bit different from the team playing yesterday. We have 4 of the same players, but Trell will not be playing because he's having some controller issues, because those GameSir controllers always be messing up.
Whoa,
and he's not even on the roster.
Whoa! Don't talk the GameSters down. That's my baby right now.
All right, yeah. I mean, it's good. It makes players better, but it also malfunctions more than like all the other controllers.
You make a good point, but it's only $30. So, not having Trello tonight, that could be a serious that's a serious blow to the firepower. So, seeing how he performed last night. I mean, I don't know if that was a one-off fluke game for him. You're the captain with the insight on that, but that's his normal.
It's definitely not. That's his normal. I mean, the way I make my teams is I just pick up 4 players that are better than me, and if they're not better than me,
that's
then
not
they're
hard
benched.
to do.
And it's that simple. Yeah, that's where I normally get 4 players. Like, instead of having, I've got the star player that's gonna care, I make it so that there's 4 star players, and then I'm there to IGL them and back them up. And
Right.
I mean, yeah, Troll's not there, but I'm better than Abolish in Crypto, and I don't think Crypto's playing. I love Crypto. I'm better than all the
Straight
guys
to
in
the
other
trash
teams regardless,
talk,
so
though.
it's like,
Ooh.
yeah. It's all
Not
good.
respect it. So we're gonna have them I think Abolish will be coming in after I get you done here for his little interview. But you're going in with full confidence, gun blazing.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I always think I had a worse gun skill or whatever, and yeah, I might have been in a slump for a little bit, but if you don't have the mentality of being able to beat people like Abolish, you're just not going to do good against them. So I need to have this full confidence. I need my teammates to be back in my mental up too, because IGLing for possibly 5 hours straight, and then
God.
also being able to keep my mental. I mean, I need everyone to have good mentals and work together.
Please don't go for 5 hours straight. That's gonna hurt. I gotta be up early tomorrow. I got an 8 a.m. inspection at my show up. Like, I don't want to be up that late, man.
Man, I casted for 5 hours straight for the Champions Clause, bro. You can do it.
Well, yeah, that was all during the day. You didn't have to be up early, like first thing the next morning.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, I didn't. I think I'd work the next day, but it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, so you're ready. You're ready to go. You're ready to rock already.
I'm ready to rock, bro. Last time we played on Lair first map, we were down 1-5 on the attack, and then we won 6 rounds straight. So we're hoping to do that again and then carry the momentum into the next games, which we were not able to do last time. We won 7-5 the first map, and then the last 3 maps, we got a total of 2 rounds.
See, that's where CC gets really sneaky. They have the ability to take the longevity of a BO5. That's why they're one of the best teams right now, is because they survive that length of time. You know what I mean? They might take it all 5 maps with OT, but they will sustain it. So I got big hopes for y'all. Big props for even making it to grand finals. You know, that's awesome in right out of itself. But y'all have my support. I'm hoping y'all beat them on this one.
Thanks, man. Last little thing.
Yeah, Abolish is here. Give him a little message.
Oh yeah, the last little thing. The free version of this league, we're in the finals for that as well. And yeah, good luck to you, Abolish, bro. I mean, you're gonna swing me with Doc. I'm gonna be baiting outside on a pixel, and you're gonna go down, bro.
Ooh. Alrighty, we'll see you in the game square.
Good luck to you.
I expect some big things.
Real good luck, man. Good luck to you, bro. Abolish. Good luck to your whole team, bro. Love y'all.
Alrighty, Abolish, you want to introduce yourself for everybody? I mean, we just said your name 3 or 4 times, but...
Well, I'm Abolish, you know.
Just the best there is, no introduction needed.
King, the one who knocks, I am the danger, shit like that. Walter White himself.
So what do you plan on bringing to this game tonight?
Decimation.
Just utter destruction?
Utter chaos.
A 3-0.
3-0 sweep.
That's some confidence right there.
It's gonna end, and we're all gonna celebrate on Helldivers after.
I'm honestly, if I didn't have to be up at like 6 o'clock to be ready for work at 8, I would be down for some Helldivers. So if you 3-0 them, we'll play some Helldivers tonight.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, just a 3-0 sweep.
Pretty simple
I
stuff.
respect the enemy team, but at the end of the day, it's a matchup, and they're just gonna lose, man.
See, what we're talking about, though, is you guys have the stamina to take all 5 maps. You might not outblaze them, but you'll burn longer. Do you think that might come into effect tonight, or are you just still in the pure domination of 3-0?
Tonight, bro, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think our team has beaten way, way better teams than this. So if we don't get a 3-0, I don't see it as a good win.
That's the confidence you need. So what was your path to this like? You know, what teams did you take on? What was that like?
In this league, I'm pretty sure, I don't even remember. I think the best team we faced was, I think, 7 Days Sand. I think it was like a Dexy in them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's a Dexy
so it was that team. Yeah. It was that team, I think, was the best team we faced in this one. So not like the best of the best, but a pretty damn good team still, because, I mean,
the Dexy's
we
a
faced them
scary
yesterday,
team.
Almost lost. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking.
So we beat them,
the Senate,
and
like,
that was
Square
probably the hardest matchup.
We had a little bit of the easier schedule getting here than CC did, so I mean, you guys do have the gun skill. I got some high faith in you. I think it could really work out in y'all's favor tonight. At the same time, Senate, did you see what they did last night to 5.2?
I did not.
It was a 7-2 victory for the Senate.
Really?
And that's going against some of the
that.
best players right now. So you still gonna have that?
Was it a BO3 or a BO1?
I believe just a BO1, yeah.
See, the thing with BO1s is anything can happen. We took 5.2 to 4 finals, beat them every single time. All BO5s.
True, you make a good point. But that just kind of plays into that CC stamina role I was talking about earlier.
It does. But low-key, that's good to hear that they beat a good team. Maybe they'll give us a challenge, bro.
I'm hoping.
I don't like playing teams that don't give us challenge.
Nah, I want to see some
'Cause
TikTok
at the end
clips
of the
coming
day, you
tonight.
don't improve.
If I don't see some TikToks by the end of the night from Abolish about this game, I'm gonna be severely depressed. Like upping my antidepressant meds after this type of depressed Abolish.
Hey, I'll try, bro. I gotta hit him with the back-to-back 3Ks. Come on.
I know we'll see it.
All that.
Alrighty. Well, hey, I'm gonna pull in. I think Tripway should be our next guy. I will see you later, Abolish, and good luck tonight.
All right.
Love y'all.
Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Let's see if we can get Trip in here. If he gets in. It's a big if. They're supposed to have one more interview lined up. But both these teams so far, I mean, they're just pulling full confidence. They don't even care. They are just all about the gunning. What's up, Pike? What are you wondering? Sorry, this is going to be like 3 minutes delayed. Hopefully Trip joins in. But yeah, so I don't really want to start doing the pregame stuff yet. This is just supposed to be the interviews. This is just supposed to be us having some fun, trying something new out, because I usually don't do interviews, you know, ever. So this is a new for me.
Is that about right?
Oh my God, Trip, introduce yourself.
Tripway, the star player on Senate, you know?
According to Square, you are one of the 4 stars on Senate. He hires the best team in around himself. Well, not hires in, but he builds the best team he can around himself.
Yeah, and I mean, he did a great job. I think our star power is great and very underrated team. You know, we come into a lot of these games as underdogs, like last night. I mean,
last night was insane.
We're 2-0 against 5.2. I mean, we've beaten them 2 times so far. So, I mean, the first game was with us already being together for, I think, a week or something.
So now you got the aura of playing with each other that's going to help out just, like, tremendously.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, as a new player in this stack that's been together for however long, couple months, I mean, I was just kind of thrown in. Square touched on it, you know. Crypto built the team. Crypto hit me up. Good friend of mine. He was like, hey, I have an idea for you. And the Senate was the idea.
So what are your predictions for tonight, though? Y'all, I mean, both groups seemed extremely confident that this was just going to be a 3-0 for their team.
Well, I don't think it's going to be
I don't see a 3-0
I really don't.
No, it's going to be 3-2 match point the very last map.
I will say, though, I think for both sides, CC and Senate, which I love the CC guys. I give them all mad respect.
They're amazing people.
They're an age-old tale. But I think if on the Senate side, if we win this finals, it's going to be a 3-1. But if CC wins, it's going to be a 3-2.
I can see that.
And that's how I think it'll go.
Now, are you? I don't want to ask if you have any weak links because you don't want to admit any weak links before. But what do you think that your shortcoming would be going into this? Like, I know y'all are hyped, you're prepped. You just came off a blowout win against 5.2, which still blows my mind. By the way, it was just insane.
Yeah.
What do you think your X factor is going to be on your team to help you win, or what do you think that the CC guys could pack up and use against you later?
So I'm not gonna give away any trade secrets,
I wouldn't
obviously,
either.
but I think our downfall, if there would be any, which I don't think there is, I think the stack tonight is me, Yesh, Pancake, Square, and AV. I think even at our weakest link is still all equal to each other. So I don't think I'm better than AV. I don't think AV thinks he's better than me. You know, I think
this chain
we're
won't be broken.
a unit. Yeah, I think with how short, like how long we've been together, which has been, I think, what is it, May? I think it's been about 2 months,
give or take. It hasn't been around that long at all.
Yeah.
But you're already coming in gutting out some amazing teams and going to finals.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm really happy regardless win or lose here. I think it shows teams who thought, election or underrated was a sleeper or maybe even just a little rock in the road to finals. I think win or lose this finals, depending on how long we go, that people will start realizing the Senate's not just some team that got D1 miraculously.
Nah, I think y'all are here to stay.
But,
like you guys have earned set this
yeah.
spot in stone so far. Is there any highlight moments throughout the season that you can think of?
Throughout the season, I think low key, this is something I don't think either streams or even anything could pick up from scoreboards. Is just how we are together. I mean, we all have this chem that I think could even rival CC. And I mean, CC's been playing for God knows how long, a year almost.
I was thinking over that. Yeah.
I don't think that gets shown. I don't think that gets shown in streams or scoreboards or whatever. I mean, you might see, me, Pancake, Yesh, Square, AV, Trell, or whoever might be negative and someone else might be higher, and that's not a problem with us. I think we have the power and the will to make up for someone who's doing bad, because kills are just the start of it. I mean, whoever's negative is still droning heavy, calling out, giving us just these free openings, even if they're not getting kills themselves.
I'll say I noticed that a little bit in the game last night. As soon as someone went down, their cam immediately went to them flipping cameras. It wasn't, I'm dead, I'm just gonna sit here and watch, Square play, or I'm gonna sit here and watch Trello play. It's, I'm dead, I'm doing my job until cameras are all busted.
Yeah.
Which,
and I mean,
it's a great thing to have, but CC does shoot cams.
Yes, that's something I think even back when I was on Way, or even 5.2, if you remember, that was a struggle point for the teams that I had played for. Was CC's cam work is amazing.
One of the best around right now.
It's one of the best, and I think that's how they win their games most of the time, is because they isolate the other team. But I think today, if we can break that isolation and move out, get out of this box that they're trying to put us in, I think that could put us up above the edge.
Really smart line of thinking there, man. All right, well, hey, I'm going to let you go so you guys can go get warmed up. Chat, right. We'll be back in probably 5-10 minutes for the game to start, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
Well, thanks, Vor.
Yeah, later, Trip.
I'll watch the VOD after.
All right, pull some TikTok clips from it, please. Make sure to shout them out. I'm trying to gain some rep.
Will do.
All right.
Will do.
We'll see you.
All right, I'll catch you later.
Alrighty, guys. Yep, I will be right back. Give me, like I said, we're probably gonna have 5 minutes because we're getting the lobby set up as we speak. Waiting on invites to go out and everybody to get in here. Whenever I get back, I'm just gotta go make a drink. We'll do the team overviews, the map bans, the blah blah blah, the normal. See you in a few. Alright, chat. Before we introduce the teams, let's introduce the maps. So, for starters, our first map of tonight, let me just pull the match chat back, will be Lair, defended by CC. Following that up, it will be Bank, defended by the Senate. Right after that, it will be Consulate, defended by CC. Map 4 will be Clubhouse, defended by the Senate, with our Skyscraper Decider. All pretty good maps. I mean, the only one that's going to be awkward to cast, I think, will be Lair, because it is so rarely played. I never cast it. I don't know the pushes on it, so y'all are going to have to help keep me informed. I'm really excited for the Bank, Consulate, Clubhouse. Those 3 in a row, if we see all 3 of them, should be a pretty wild one. However, it was Senate's pick to take Lair, and I believe it has been talked about that they're a scary team on Lair. So, hopefully CC's able to walk away with something with their defense starting there. You know, then following that up, though, CC, they do have some very high gun skill. I don't know, you know, what it's going to look like. They've had some downtrodden games lately, but at the same time, they're also the ever so dominant team that they've been. They pull Clubhouse. Now, of course, Senate elects to defend that first because everyone wants their defenses first. They want to try and take some early rounds. But Bank is just such a 50-50 map that starting on defense doesn't mean you can win it. You know, it can be played both ways, just depending how good you and your teammates can communicate. Following that up, it is the Consulate pick by the Senate. Again, this map, it doesn't get played very often, but it is very, very split heavy. It can go either way, just depending on, you know, how you guys decide to play it. And then there's Clubhouse, which is absolutely defender-sided. It was CC's pick, though, because they have that gun skill to help overpower on this map. But Senate went with their defense first. If they're pulling strats right tonight and everything is clicking for them, this one will be very defender-sided. Last map, it will be the decider of Skyscraper. I'm not sure how this league runs their deciders. I don't know if it's based off points or what, or map 1 winner. Not quite positive on my side. But Skyscraper Decider should just be absolutely insane. Alright, looks like we have 4 people jumping in to help cast with me. It's going to be Sticky, Quickie, Tripway, and Yeshua. Welcome into the casting booth. Now, let's go over these teams. Oh, wait, do you guys hear that? Do you hear that? I swear to God, it sounds just like a helicopter. Like, I'm not kidding. I hear a helicopter coming. What is that sound? Oh, that's everyone flying in. Because we do have, you know, some subs coming in. This time we will have CC with the typical 5-stack of Vizsla, Abolish, Quickie, Crypto, and Stargazer. Stargazer is an absolute force to be reckoned with. He's not part of that original OG CC4 with that rotational 5th, but he's made enough of an impact that it doesn't matter. He's just that good. He's been holding his own in all these gunfights. He has the clutch factor that CC needed. Looking over, we will see the Senate with the new kids on the block. You know, they got Pancake, Yeshua, Squared, Trip, and Av. That 5-stack is scary. I mean, we've seen what they did last night. Sure, they didn't have Squared, they had Trello, but that 5-stack destroyed 5.2 on Chalet. It's just a very, very gun play right team. They play the gun skill, they play the maps right, they pull and defend as needed, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful 5-stack when put together and playing. Looks like everybody's in the lobby, so let's hope to get this one rolling soon. Let's hope maybe a league admin comes and shouts it out. That'd be nice. Someone wants to go ping that we're live. Sorry, I'm typing. Looks like Square and his team is ready. Now we're just waiting for Vizsla and his crew to say that they are ready. Like I said, should be a pretty interesting game. Should be pretty solid. But let's see what they make of it. as Lair is just, it's such a tricky map. It's still too new for me to say it's sided one way or the other. It's still too new for me to like to cast it. I haven't done it enough, especially coming into a grand finals. Let's just sit here and chat for a minute. Yeah, back to this screen. What's up? So, we're kind of, you know, at that 11:59, almost midnight, minutes to midnight moment, you know? It's about to all kick off so we can see who wins the last season of the Catalyst League. Yeah, that's right. This is the last season here, guys. Catalyst, sayonara. What's up, Crypto? Love you, my man. Let's get into the match. Oh, there we go. Took my screen a second. So, we will have CC taking the first ban here. I mean, since it's an attacker ban, I'd like to see them maybe get rid of the Thatcher or the Ace, you know. I don't know Lair. I don't know what the good bans are. But it's going to be a Blackbeard ban. I mean, he's pretty solid. He's pretty insane to play against, so getting rid of him first is definitely a great idea. For the Senate here, you don't want to hurt yourself with your ban, but you definitely got to clear some utility off the board. Best way to do that? Thatcher, Ace, Dokkaebi, with an absolutely great ban. Oh, what's up, Kex? Thanks for the follow, my man. I believe that is my follower goal hit. I hit 310. But there goes the Dokkaebi off the board, followed by the Azami ban. Definitely a great, you know, set of bans so far from both of these teams. You know, as long as we don't see like a Tachanka ban, there's really nothing that will hurt this lineup. Dokkaebi is so good for the anti-roam. You know, she clears out the roamers, so I'm hoping to see the Senate play offside a lot, especially getting rid of that. Then for the Azami, it practically fortifies the idea that I'm not going to stay in sight. The Mira ban and the Blackbeard ban coming from CC, I mean, yeah, it goes to show that they don't, you know, they don't want to play those windows. They don't want to play those walking cameras. I mean, the Mira ban is really good. She's good at holding sight down, but she's just a great operator overall. So rolling in here to map 1. Round 1. CC starts on the defense. Of course, they go for that office upstairs. Hold on 1 second, guys. I need my mouse just so I can go to map ban, because I'm going to try and keep control over... Oh, they don't even have... Okay, never mind. Lair does not work for map ban, guys. In case y'all are wondering, Lair does not work. D1 Yapper? Yo, get out of here, you D1 loser. Let's see if we can fly through and see, because I don't think my mouse is going to be working. Or my controller.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see. Where's my plug at? Maybe it will.
5 seconds remaining. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Nope, no controller for tonight's cast, guys, so it's all going to be mouse and keyboard, so be ready for some abrupt and jerky movements. Square nailed it right on the head. We will be seeing abolish, starting with the dog. Now it's all going to be about how they can counter him off. He does absolutely have to hold this top upstairs mez area, though, because that denies all access to a room. It denies multiple points of entry in. They need to keep a hold of this to the best of their ability. And so far, it definitely looks like they are. Stargates are setting up in the server hallway, and who we have swinging with a shotgun? That is Vizsla. Looking to see if he can see Pancake already making entry. We have Tripway making entry through reception. And Av just keeps DMRing these windows down, trying to create all that phantom pressure. He wants all the pressure. Tripway chilling downstairs. Little does he know, Crypto is chilling in the bank corridor, or bunk corridor, sorry. What time does the Holy play? I don't think he is. Bro flamed me with a 500-second delay. Of course I did. But the underneath place being made. Tripway eats a lot of damage off of that. Quickie is able to try and keep this wall locked down. He needs to get rid of Tripway down there, though, if Quickie wants to try and maintain any control over this spot. Meanwhile, all Trip has to do is just kind of push him out. Gets a nice swing onto Crypto there. And now Quickie is being pushed by Squared GTV. Squared making his way through. Does get dropped down though. Sticky Quickie picking up that kill. Then Pancake taken out by Abolish. Tripway is now playing close to this wall. However, he stands himself right in the way of Quickie to find an easy kill. 2v4 situation for our boys on the Senate. But don't you dare heart Lair. Lair is the worst map in the game. Quickie wants to try and find this quick peek onto Yesh. They're trading shots. Yesh will walk away with the pick though, which is honestly amazing. You know, I thought Quickie had that one kind of in the bag. Av still not making any entry to the building. He has to do something to help his boy Yesh out, because Yesh is not in the most prime positioning. Because he's about to have Stargazer and Abolish coming down on him. With the drone coming out, Av now making his way around to the hole in the wall. Another wall does get open. Abolish now has the good swing coming towards Yesh. Avara gets dropped as soon as he jumps through. I believe that, yeah, that was some gunshots towards him. Now Abolish taking Yesh on the 1v1. Never mind. Stargazer will find Yesh. But for some reason, we're going to watch Abolish there anyway. CC walking away with the first round. Definitely, you know, they're looking pretty strong there. Pretty dominant victory for them. One that's hard to beat, too. They set the tone right. They played right. And, of course, map ban does not want to work. Lair gets hate for all the right reasons. It's garbage. Don't you dare bring Lair love into this. Get the Lair love out. Stupid Lair lovers.
10 seconds left.
This is my like primary list of bans.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Honest to God, I think I'd rather play Plane competitively than play Lair once. They do have Quickie on the live pings now. They know exactly where he's at off site. They're hoping and praying they can find him on that roam. But he does have Abolish down near with him. Are we about to see some TikTok clips in action? Abolish said to be on the watch. He will be playing a couple. Pancake making his way through firing range. He does have Trip on the window. These two need to enter together and make some plays out of it. However, Quickie will find a first pick onto Squared. Losing that Ying off rip hurts them quite a lot. And Abolish still just holding this armory down. I mean, he's got to play his life for it, and it looks like he will be. As Pancake is now making the rotates in. And Abolish will eat some shots. Taken down finally by Pancake. Nice job kind of pinching him in from Tripway and Pancake there. But I think we might see some plays from below. Vizsla does not have his C4 anymore. He's hoping just to counter this buck shotgun with his own. It finds Pancake through the floor holes made by his own teammate. Quickie's still upstairs on this roam. Crypto now trying to be aggressive and help his boys out upstairs, because they know Stargazer and Vizsla can lock sight down. Quickie moving up. They're kind of in a position where they could get a good swing going, but it doesn't look like they will try, as we see Crypto running back down the steps. Quickie eats a ton of damage and gets forced straight into Tripway. That pinch in worked beautifully between the two of them, Yeshua and Trip. That's something I've known Tripway to do quite often. As Yesh goes for that perfect swing onto Crypto, does pick up the kill. Down to a 2v3 situation in sight with Vizsla, who is close to that shotgun, and Stargazer, who's camping in his little lab over there. That lab closet. C4 gripped and ripped, but does not throw it because here comes a drone. I mean, if he would have thrown it, though, he could have found an easy kill, because Yeshua is standing right there. Av going to take as much utility as he can. But again, these defenders down here in this basement are not willing to give an inch, let alone a mile. Here comes all the drones in. Yeshua taking this opportunity now. Given to him by those drones to swing in. Tripway eats a shotgun right to the face. Vizsla still standing. Yeshua now has the angle in which he can support as Vizsla gets dropped by Trip. And now Stargazer left into a 1v3 situation. A lot of health left on his side, but there is still 3 guys on the other. Wallbang coming from Av. Does not find Stargazer with it, though. Lays a ton of damage. Here comes Yesh, goes in for the plant. Eats a C4 right to the face. And then Triple A gets the refrag from across the room. Really smart play from Trip to set up where he did. I like the going for the plant idea. But I think if they'd known he had a C4 still, that would not have been the normal push. Aw, thanks, no one, for the shout out. Looking downstairs, we will see another basement hold coming. We really didn't take a quick look into site last time to see how they set it up because, well, spectating with mouse and keyboard sucks. On the bright side, I can turn the DPI up and do one of these. Drop DPI all the way back down where I like it. Alright, but pretty standard stuff so far for this defense. I mean, nothing just extraordinary. Some rotate holes. I don't think they're playing any feet holes out here. No, they are reinforcing everything off.
5 seconds to go.
It's going to be interesting to see how this attack comes this time. So Abolish is up on second floor. They're going to do the first floor roam again.
To locate a bomb.
I assume we might see Crypto go up there to help his boys. Let's watch and see, because I think Quickie might... Well, Quickie or Abolish are going to be the first ones to take some gunfights. Alrighty, Pancake making entrance into the firing range. We got Squared wants to come up into the second floor. Tripway coming right in behind his boy Pancake. And they're going to quick clear this. They want to face into everything. Squared has that vertical hole that was made earlier by Quickie. However, Quickie's no longer there to play it. Quickie and Abolish, though, both on this roam. Squared does find the feet, so that's going to push Abolish away. And hopefully they try and bait Square into a swing. Do I see that happening? Maybe. But really, no. Realistically, I hope he does not go for the super aggressive swings here. Because he does have Quickie to deal with, and Quickie has that Boss G ACOG out. C4 from below, from Vizsla, not landing on anybody. And we see Quickie making this push up now. Again, Square just chills and operational.
Bomb located
Looks like he's
by
almost
attack.
waiting for some sort of execute to happen. Crypto finds an early pick on a Pancake, and Square gives his back to Quickie, but Quickie gets dropped. That was just a pretty nasty return fleck for him. However, Abolish is there, not able to run up for the refrag. But now he will slowly make his way there. Little does he know, Squared's already dropped out. Trip is trying to make some vert now for his team to take this basement, because that's the only way to really push this site. Pull the vert and hold. We do have a 3-man basement hold this time, as everybody else is, you know, well, either dead or sitting up in the second floor operational. We could see Abolish, though, find a very, very sneaky pick here, but it looks like Squared is now holding his own flank. And Yeshua sprints into filtration. Tripway now. Trying to hold behind a little bit. And Squared, again, he's still just holding because he knows Abolish is about to come for this hatch. I hope he's seen his arm there because it stuck out just enough. Here comes Abolish down the hatch. Feeds himself straight to Squared. Call it baiting, call it what you will, but I mean, he played that perfectly just to outweigh him. Stargazer, again, he's still just in control of this little bunker that he holds. It gives Yesh the ability to try and be aggressive here. Moves in, he goes in, gets swung by Crypto. Crypto gets a double pick, taking Trip and Yesh down. Now, only 10 seconds left. They have to make some sort of rush play, and it's not going to work out very well for him. Avara not able to land one of those DMR shots, and this will go to the 6th man of CC, aka time. Alrighty, chat. We're a quarter of the way through this first map. Let's look at some stats right now. Crypto going 3-2 is pretty, pretty decent. Stargazer 2-1. Everybody on this team so far is doing their job and doing their part. Looking down onto the Senate, it's pretty much the same story to go around there. Pancake being 1-3 hurts a little bit, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We're only on round 4. There's only 3 rounds under. Setting up this upstairs, though. I don't know. It doesn't look too bad. We will be seeing Abolish play his hallway like he normally does. Seeing that top mez, swinging those head holes into operations. See, that's what I mean, though. This map is, like, hard for me to cast. I don't know it. I don't know the normal holds. I don't know the plays. I can't say, that's the SSG strat. Like, it's just... It's Lair. Nobody likes this map. The Lair hate is not unfounded. It's garbage. The worst map they've ever made. Oh, but the lore. Oh, it's a good map. No, you're just lying to yourself. We see Tripway entering range now, making his way through. Trying to quick clear through as they have Crypto sitting down security as well as Stargazer on this main stairs. Which could wreak havoc here onto Tripway and Pancake's push as they're both moving in. Thanks for the follow, Void Beams. Means a lot to me, man. Crypto hitting the rotate through bunks. Let's see. Who do we have downstairs? Stargazer still just holding the stairway. Finds the very, very pixel of Pancake's head with a nice, weird, long angle. And we've got Crypto coming up to swing right into Tripway, and he will find a pick onto him. Putting CC up now 5v3 for this round. We do have the execute coming into sight. With an odd time repel from Av, almost costing him his life as Vizsla is sitting close and eats the grenade. I don't think Avara knows, though. No, Av does not have any idea that he's got a guy down right next to him. If Av dies here, it's just a really, really sad spot to be in. Now he has to know that they got that res off on Vizsla. That Abolish res was absolutely peak. That was beautifully timed, and Vizsla manages to get away, only taking maybe one shot to the back. Av with the blow play of the season right there. That has got to hurt them. But Abolish finds Av, or Yeshua with that baby shotgun. Vizsla finds a C4 into Av. And I believe we'll be watching Stargazer find the final kill around here. Taking down Squared. Lair top 3 low key. Lair is garbage. Lair is good. What? No, it's garbage. I'm not even answering you, DZ. I don't know who you are. Lair is good when a team knows how to play it. Nobody cares how to play Lair. It's garbage. Ew, it's not a good map. No, don't lie to yourself. And we've got Crypto over here playing as Tachanka. I mean, it's an odd pick. Kind of fire, kind of a W, but still, at the end of the day, an odd pick for competitive play.
Bomb located by attackers. 10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers objective is to defuse the bomb.
We're going to watch Crypto because he's off to, honestly, a very, very good 4-2 start. And with him playing as the Tachanka, it just means we're going to either see something really, really stupid or really, really awesome. The the display room window does get open. That is Squared just chilling out there. I believe he's on his camera. I am the biggest Lair hater. I can't stand the map. Nobody making any entry yet on this attacking team. Again, they're burning some time, but they are using it to kind of open up some phantom pressure. A lot of guys off site though. Now we're gonna see Av, Pancake, and Trip all make that entry in. What's up with Kuji? In the wall bang coming from Pancake, taking Stargazer down. It's now Crypto just chilling in this R6 room. He's got some fire behind him. Grenades just absolutely everywhere. Takes a ton of damage, and Yeshua gets the swing. However, Squared was dropped by Vizsla, but that's not much of a pick-off, trade-off there. As you lose two of the better CC players right off the bat. Abolish fighting Tripway, though, with a beautiful swing, and he's still set up in a good position there to find more. We have Vizsla coming around for the flank, finding Pancake. If he goes for a wall bang, he finds another easy one. I still think he will. Yeshua goes for the swing onto Abolish, eats a ton of damage. We've seen Sticky Quickie get the kill onto Av, and then Abolish pulls the 9 and drops Yesh. And teabags the body, putting CC up 4-1. Pull up my chat real quick. Alright. And the Senate will be using their tack timeout. It's not a bad idea to pull it this early. I mean, they definitely need it. Whole team is looking a little slow to start. There's a lot of confidence coming in, and I hope they do maintain that confidence they had. The timeout is about to be off the board now. Let's hope that minute was more than enough to make up for, you know, any issues they were having. 24 viewers in chat. How y'all doing tonight? Oh, that burp hurt. And the scope host quick pick coming from Quickie. If you're a Senate fan right now, you're cheering for at least a 4-2 split for this. That's all you can hope for. A 5-1 split is almost unbeatable no matter what the map is. 4-2, you can say, well, at least it's defender-sided and now we get our defense. With them going basement though and bringing that scope host, it means Quickie will definitely be off roaming around wherever he wants to be. It gives him the ability to dive back. Let's look at what kind of wild hold we got coming this time. We got Abolish upstairs. We got Quickie just chilling upstairs. And it might be a 3-man downstairs. That's kind of all they need. It's been working for them so far. But if you look, you see Squared pulls out the Monty. An operator, I'm surprised, actually made it into this game. Trip putting his skills as a rat to good use. However, Abolish is right there at this blue stairs window, and they don't even think about him. They just blow the window open just for a little bit of, you know, rage and encounters, and that's it. Tripway finding that beautiful first pick there, dropping down the scope host. Eliminates a lot of that roam ability that they had before. However, they got Crypto coming up to security and Abolish chilling on these blue stairs. This could result in him finding a free pick onto Yesh, because Yesh is just kind of sprinting. DZ checked out. Alright. If we watch Squared, we see him wanting to try and take this push onto Abolish and force him down the steps. However, over pushing this is not a good idea, especially when you still have Crypto chilling up here. Abolish trying to get active on that basement window. The hatch does come open. I was going to say, don't forget, chat, I am sponsored by Matchmasters. Really appreciate it if y'all follow my link. I make a little bit of money. It makes this all worth doing. Besides, you know, the massive community help that it is. And I do love y'all. Love being in this community. We see Squared coming down. He has that lab control toxin. And he pings out where Vizsla is. Vizsla is not paying any attention. And that gives a free swing to Yesh. However, Stargazer was supposed to be covering it. Does get the refrag. However, it's a, you know, $1 late. Or a day late and $1 short. Square gets dropped by Crypto though from the vertical angles, eliminating the Monty off the board, which is a perfect play right there. Av now taking deep into sight, gets drilled from Crypto off that vert. Again, that vertical is going to be deadly on them. That means Trip has got to hurry up and get with this clear. And he will. Trip picking up that one, giving him a double kill on this round. Now Pancake and Trip versus a Bullish and Stargazer. Not a bad 2v2 situation for either team. Both of them is very, very winnable. However, they do have the live ping down there onto Pancake. And it results in a Bullish getting fried down. We have Tripway now running in from the other side. And Star left in a 1v2 situation. He has his little kill box that he loves. But Tripway goes for the defuse. Pancake gets dropped. Diffuser is planted. And with there being no time left, I don't even think they have a live ping onto him. Trip just needs to hold this diffuser with his life. Goes for the little bit of a free fire. He's seen Stargazer, but does not actually hit him with it. Now it's two of the best players on these teams at this current moment, just based off of stat lines. Facing a 1v1. Diffuser's laying right there, but we see Trip actually going for the rotate around. Stargazer's more concerned about where he could be than where he's at. And Trip has the back on him. And Trip giving his team that 4-2 split to pull us into the second half of map 1. Oh, almost pulled my mic off the desk. So the second half of this game, maybe this thing will turn around. I believe in you, Jeff. I don't know who Jeff is, but yes, in Jeff we trust. Jeff Sicko? Maybe. God, I miss casting those old games with the old Jeff crew. Those dudes would just film a porno in the middle of a match. Why not? Starting out now, we have Senate bringing their defense in for the first time this series. Looks pretty solid so far, you know. You can't hate it. Some full holes. Never mind. We have a Belotech. This one is going in the favor of the Senate. They have the Belotech shotgun on. Anybody wondering what that is this, whatever you call it, abomination of a shotgun, with Mr. Belo being the most proficient user of it. Now, yes, you heard me right, Belo, not Bolo, Belo, our very own, you know, SSL player. That is his shotgun. He loves it. It's his baby. Don't disrespect it. Looking down, we do have Trip being the kind of aggressive one on the first floor roam. See what he's able to pull out of this. After this game, I should drag my AC in this room, get it set up. Av hitting a very, very slow start now. Currently 0-4. Oh. Squared is Jeff. Nice. The Jeff to Jeff connection. Good for you, Timmy. I'm glad you're coming out to support your IRLs with us, man. Not all the people will. We have a Bullish making his way through Mez now. They do have Squared close that he could hit this swing, and Pancake. Okay. Say if he's letting this wall go for nothing, I'm gonna be very upset. But no, they're just trying to open up that long angle across Mez, make it a little bit easier to hold for this attacking team. It denies any sort of long swinging. It makes it a little bit easier to push. However, they gotta do something though to push these defenders out so that they can get these walls open. As it currently stands, they are not able to. Some impacts below from Trip and Yeshua. Now, he was down there playing to try and be aggressive, but he's deciding to make the smart play and back off. We do have Stargazer entering through the range. Him and Trip will probably be taking an engagement here very, very soon, because that's just how this first floor needs to play out. Yeshua sitting close to the wall. Ash runs past them, and Yesh finds that opening pick. If we look down, though, we have Vizsla, who is also still chilling in this top Mez, with Crypto and Stargazer moving through bunks. One of the charges is gone. Crypto now moves up through the bridge. He's trying to take a backstab flank on him here. I really don't know who that is who could be over there. I believe it is Yeshua. But Quickie gets dropped by Tripway. Another opening pick here for this defending team. Vizsla moves up, able to find a nice fry onto Pancake. However, the recoil gets away from Square just a little bit. Yeah, he goes for the reswing. We'll find Vizsla with it. Wall gets open. Who is that we have sneaking up the hallway? That is Crypto sneaking up the hallway. Triple A laying some damage on the Stargazer, but Stargazer ends his life. And now Crypto trying to make his entry point. Gotta do something, but those little soft wall doors, as annoying as they can be, they're probably one of the best sources of intel that you can have. Smoke grenade out from Stargazer. He's trying to smoke off that Yeshua down there with that shotgun. But Av instead, he's laying there with a beautiful peek area onto him. And it's Crypto left in the 1v3 with 2 seconds left. There's really nothing he can do, and Squared will go for that swing just to boost the KD a little bit, making a 3-4 game now. Please, God, don't let this go all 5 maps. It's already almost 9 o'clock. I don't want to see all 5 maps. This will be like 2 a.m.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright, let's see what basement hold we got coming here. Pretty much all these holds that you're going to see throughout competitive gaming right now are all about the same. Yeah, there's no special way to do it. They're just typical normal setups. Dude, there's something definitely wrong with this water here.
10 seconds remaining.
Looking upstairs though, we have Squared chilling up in the weapon maintenance reception area. Looks like he might be their offsite player. They need to hopefully get someone else up there with them,
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and
because having one roamer never results well. Having 5 bunkers never results well either, but we could very well see that soon. Trip makes his way to go kind of offsite. What's up, Brax? I'm just casting, dog. I ain't playing. 2 a.m. is nothing. Screw you, dude. I gotta be up at like 6 or 7. I'm going to need some caffeine to do this. None of my like stuff showed up because I ordered a bunch of stuff off Amazon. Nothing showed up. It'll be here tomorrow or the next day,
attackers have located a bomb.
which really sucks. Looking in, we have Abolish and Crypto making entry. We got Vizsla coming through range, and Stargazer already has that armory locked down. Squared sitting close. We might see that little bit of a push come between the two of them. But Quickie takes control of filtration. I don't think they know Quickie had entered, which could be really, really bad for them. Because Quickie just runs right up on Squared. Vizsla does get picked by Trip, though, to even this out just a little bit. But losing your smoke that early on to just a random stab play from Quickie is painful. I mean, quite painful. The whole floor is open. All the hatches are coming open. A bunch of utilities being burned and busted. Looking upstairs, though, we do have trip waves coming up through this corridor. But there's really no one. I mean, they're near them. They're on other sides of the walls, though. They're hard walls in the way. What are you saying and for, bro? And it's 2 a.m., yeah. Yeshua finds a pick on the Quickie there. Yeah, but we see Crypto making even more floor damage. I don't know if he's just using that to bait the sound or not. We see Abolish attempting to drop here. I believe that is Pancake who is holding that ready for him. And he knows Pancake's there. Stargazer's setting up to get the frag on the Pancake whenever Pancake goes for the push. The smoke coming in. Now Crypto's set up. Abolish can walk down. However, Pancake fries Crypto down. Stargazer gets that plant through the smoke. Abolish plays above, hits a couple toe shots on a Pancake. However, Trip is there to take Abolish. Yeshua finds Stargazer after Stargazer tries Av's live out. And now we have a diffuser happening. Preferably a TK. You know, let's see a TK, guys. No? No TKs? Okay. No TKs. I was hoping for a TK, just to make things interesting, but back up to a 4-4 split. God.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being used by
I don't know what's worse, being thirsty, drinking that whiskey I just drank, or my town water, because the town water I think is going to be under a boil water notice very soon, because it's bad. A 4-4 split on the round. I mean, honestly, the Senate, as soon as they took these defense over, has started locking in, and it's been looking really, really good for them. You only wonder what that means they're going to bring for the rest of this map. Currently, it looks like we're going to see Square going for an upstairs roam. Tripway, the absolute godsend that he is, keeping his team very, very active in this at 11-5. He's one of those Way members. All the Way guys were just... I mean, the team didn't last long. It honestly didn't even perform that great. But everybody on it was a star. It was one of those teams that should have worked and just never did. You know, they were your Cincinnati Bengals. They were your Baltimore Ravens. They had the best lineups possible, but they could never go anywhere with it. Square knows that there is now somebody out here in this hallway that just, or this, what's it called, that just ran right through. He's going to be moving up to try and make a flank play. We already have Vizsla, though, taking range and trying to open up this wall. Squared still has this nice roam going. He can just chill out. Not a boil nose? Yeah, it's going to be a boil nose, bro. And the best of his gadget, running right through those bees, takes Crypto down. You know Crypto's got to be raging at that one. Bro, what the F happened? Quickie is chilling at that top mez. He will probably be the one taking this next gunfight. Stargazer is up and operational. He wants to find a floor bang. And Vizsla is still just chilling at range entrance, trying to open it up enough for himself to walk through. Star eats some damage from below. Let's see what these defenders are doing. Nothing crazy. The caster, great. I'm loving the progression. Thanks, Kylo. I'm working on it, man. I'm going to be great one day. Alright? I know it. It ain't going to be today. Probably not this week. Probably not in the next year, but I'm working on it because I want to be. Vizsla trying for that opening, or that swing up onto Elvara, trying to just open this round up a little bit for his team, but really not able to take the cap off this bottle. He will find Elvara's head, though, after a little bit of a weird swing from Elvara coming in. Sticky Quickie dropping down, taking Yesh. We do have Trips still chilling up in this bathroom, praying to God that Quickie comes up and gets aggressive for another swing, but he's not going to do it. His Trip gets gunned down by Stargazer. Down to a 2v4 situation, all play on site. Abolish is fried down. Square goes for the little bit of an aggressive swing. Does not find it. A good pick from Pancake there. The headshot on the Vizsla. Diffuser is getting planted. We're going to see Pancake try and walk up on Quickie. Quickie gets that kill on the Square, giving him a double kill to close that round out. Well, as I was just singing the praises of the Senate, we see CC pick another round up and bring themselves ahead. Ugh, that's nasty. There's got to be something in the water.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
You're doing great. Thanks, Brax. We need to hang out. We need to play a game because we haven't played in a little while. I'm missing the Halo scene with y'all. Looking in here now, let's see what we got. We got some opening upstairs. It's going to be a server hold or whatever you want to call it. I don't know this map. I don't know Lair. Get me off of Lair, please. Whatever idiot decided, hey, let's play Lair. I hope you get smacked in the head.
10 seconds.
Really active chat tonight, guys, and I'm absolutely loving it. Squared pulling out the... Okay, the Clash is coming out.
Attackers are moving out to location.
I don't understand it. I mean, I understand it, but I question everything at this point. Forward to goat, console goat, thanks. It means a lot, but the real goats are the ones playing this game. We got like King Abolish, and you know, I know he's probably won a BOGO once or twice. Tripway, I know he's played in quite a lot of these tournaments. The absolute goat that he is. We have Yeshua coming down. He wants to try and maybe find this kill on the Vizsla. And instead, he's just a little shy of hitting a wall bang on him. which completely changes Vizsla's plans from, hey, let me enter here to, yeah, let me just stop and care about what I'm doing for 2 seconds. Yeshua making the smart play now to try and back off. Taking more sips and kills in this game. Bro, I'm trying to drink this, but it's just so nasty, but I'm sweating my nuts off in this room. Tripway is the first pick to go down to abolish. A nice opening pick for the Ash, getting rid of that other roamer. And now we've got Yesh being tracked down. I believe they stun Squared Shield from working. And in comes Vizsla on the rappel. Wall now comes open. It's a bit weird how that worked because it looked like Pancake was still on it, but he wasn't. Squared runs himself into the fire. There's a whole new meaning to through the fire and the flames. And now we have Yesh making sure he can hold that stairway so they can't push up onto Squared. Squared is like a pivotal point to this defense right now. You know, they have to go through him if they want to go anywhere. We have Abolish trying to move up these main stairs. I don't know if he knows Yesh is there, but he will find him anyway. Yesh gets dropped. Vizsla finds Pancake now down to a 2v5 situation. As Square gets taken down. Now I have in the 1v5. Has to clutch this up to keep his team, you know, somewhat alive in this game. But he whiffs the double shot. Vizsla takes the heady and drops him out. Hit me up wherever you want to play. Probably this weekend, Brax. I'll hit you up. Yeah, I'm casting. I gotta have a delay. Quit making fun of me, no one. Oh, I'm not reading that DM out loud. Oh, but I want to so bad. Caster for what? That's all I'm saying. Caster for what? Not for. Why you a caster, bro? Looking at now, we have Senate trying on for this desperation play of winning this basement. Hopefully they don't lock it down here and try and bunker this, because a bunkered basement is a lost basement. If you can't hold all the verticality up above, these floors come open and they just become the biggest kill boxes ever. It makes plant just go down like it's nothing, because you can't swing them without being dropped from up above.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds to go.
Definitely after this map, I will be taking a 2-minute break just so I can run and go grab my AC unit, because holy balls. It's got to be close to 100 degrees in here from this fan going. Like for my PC. You know what? I'm going to take 2 seconds before this round gets fully underway. And, open a window. I don't think that's going to help me any, though, because it's, you know, actually it's kind of nice outside. Vizsla runs in, takes that armory control, opens it up. He just wants some people to shoot at. Crypto running in now. He's got that ram, and then we're going to have Stargazer. He's probably going to be the guy with the gadgets. Square, eat some of that damage there from probably Tripway's Goyo Mines. No, I'm not going to read your DMs, bro. Sticky Quickie does get that opening shot onto Yeshua. Losing your dock early on takes pretty much 3 lives off the board. There's extra 3 stems. That is so important and so useful. Not only that, but then you lose yourself in that battle there. I mean, I'd rather see you burn your stims and stay alive than, you know, die with stims in pocket. It doesn't look like they have really any way to get this hatch open, though, because Av put the thing right in the center of the hatch. Quickie getting dropped by Tripway. I believe he was probably yelling, hey guys, start shooting so I can have time to make this quick rotate. Crypto will find Av, though, from that vertical. And what did I tell you guys? This vertical is just so deadly up here. Especially now, this is leaving Trip in the 1v... Well, pretty much a 1v4 situation off-site. It's really going to suck for him. You see Crypto trying to find the foot of Pancake. Almost does. However, Abolish finds that kill onto Tripway, eliminating all that off-site pressure. Now down to a 2v4 on-site. With the verticality that they have and Squared eating some damage from it, it's not a very good situation. Pancake has got to stay alive here to keep holding this cross. Because if he can get in there, that means a free plant is about to go down. Stargazer just barely whiffing that shot into him. But Square gets dropped. However, Abolish gets fragged, and then Crypto picks that up, giving map 1 to WBZ CC. So CC already taken the first nap. I mean, anybody who seen this, you know, seen the two rosters that were playing and seen the two teams that were coming into this, pretty much already knew that it was, you know, gonna be a back and forth brawl from both these teams. But CC will take that opening and run away at the first round. Let me go update my scoreboard. If you guys are wondering, if you look, you can see how CC's little dot is now filled in. That is because they have that first round. Okay, for some reason my score just isn't lined up. Don't know what that's about, but there we go. Now it's good. And you'll see the CC logo over the map that they just won. Just please stop with the
I
ads.
swear to God, I heard you drop as soon as you walked up.
Let's see what's going on in match chat.
Drop.
Bro, I heard
Nobody
someone
dropped,
drop,
bro.
I don't know from who.
Nobody dropped,
There was no
bro.
sound cue for that shit. I would have would not known. You know the other round when you were in green? I like ran at you. I did not hear you at all, bro.
Oh, really? I heard you.
Yeah, no shit.
But how's the team doing? How are they doing?
They're all shocked. No, man. We're good. We're having fun. I think regardless of a win or lose here, we're not gonna be, you know, plumbers. We're not gonna be known as the shit team.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, good, bro. Y'all.
Locking in. But we gotta figure out some shit. I should probably be listening, but I'll catch on.
Okay. I
Good
missed
half,
you.
yo.
Yes, you do, yo.
4.
What?
If I get hit with a minute worth of ads again, bro, you're getting Twitch TOS word.
Why don't you just subscribe then so you lose the ads, duh?
Because I'm broke, duh.
This is a working
All
man,
right.
by the way. It's not
Seven flabby.
He makes
Bro,
that
I make
good money, bro.
$100 a week, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, then like 10 of that could go to subbing, but you're choosing not to, so enjoy the ads.
I'm not gonna put 10% of my paycheck, dude. I'm putting that in my Roth IRA, buddy. I don't know who you think you are.
Dog makes $100 a week and still invests in a Roth IRA. All right.
Hey man, in like a year,
Crypto,
bro, it'll
bro.
be $20. What?
Yeah, bro, by
they're
the time you're
working,
60,
back in
you
the
might
day,
have
bro.
$20 in that account.
Wait, what did you say, Trump?
They're making you work just like back in the day, bro, for nothing.
Bro,
I mean, like, read that out.
Hey, bro, if I made 100 a week,
and you're
bro. No, I don't actually. I'm not. But still,
But no, but for like what you're doing, you should definitely not be making 100 a week.
I'm not making 100. I'm making more than 100.
He's making like
a lot
$3
more.
grand a week. He's just choosing not to say that.
Cool, so not even.
Flabby. If I made
completely
3 grand a
didn't
week,
change
bro.
to a sub.
No, bro, I don't make 3 grand a week.
All
I
right.
make like I
I'm
made
ready.
like 1,300 a week.
Okay, that's still a lot of money.
After tax. I'm gonna go exempt for a month.
Alright.
Oh, thanks, Brax. You subbed and you gave one to Crypto.
On him.
There, Crypto, quit crying. Brax just gave you one.
Alright. Who?
Good luck, have fun, yo.
Oh, I got a sub. I got gifted a
Yeah.
sub. Oh, W Brax in the chat. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Brax can hear you right now.
Oh, Brax, I love you, bro. I love you a lot, bro.
Brax
Yeah, I
makes
mean
all
that.
that big Halo money, so you're good.
Oh, dude, Brax a Halo player? Yeah, he got that for sure.
Oh,
He
yeah.
got that for sure. He got that
We're
money.
loaded.
Oh, I guess we're ready for. Thanks again, Brax.
All right, chat. We're going to be going into map 2, which is Bank. Let me open the match back up so y'all can see it. A little bit of a shout out to my boy Brax. Thanks for the 2 subs, my man. Absolute love and adore you. Just minimize the ads and only forces ads if you leave. That's not how that works. Just subscribe or run an ad blocker like everyone else does. This is 2025. If you're not running like an Opera GX with an ad blocker, what are you doing? I swear to God, I'd rather drink goat pee than this town water. That stuff's nasty. See, now we will have Squared & Co. over there on the Senate banning Capitao as their first ban. Honestly, you love to see that ban coming out after how much he controlled the state of that last map. They are starting with their defense too, so it means a lot. Blackbeard ban coming from the CC boys. I mean, again, pretty common ban. You don't hate to see it. But who's going to be that next defender ban? I mean, the defense of this map is just integral to how you hold it. It would not surprise me if we see a Cade come off the map. Pat myself on the back. I called that one from a mile off. Yo, bro, that's just calling the shots, you know. Why do we have a hype train incoming? Oh, thanks, no one, for subscribing as well. And then the Azami band comes onto the board. I mean, the Azami band is pretty common. We're going to see that probably all night. She's just that useful. Oh, the 3 subs, guys. That's awesome. In one night. I mean, that's probably the most I've ever had my entire time, like my entire life. Or no, that one time no, it was like one of my first finals I cast. I think I got like 8 subs in a night because Brian came in and threw his wallet down.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Starting out, we're going to see this basement defense coming. Hopefully it's a good setup. It looks like it's going to be because they have the Goya, they have some Echo play coming, they have Av on the Fenrir, the Smoke, the Castle. Yeah, this is called, in the industry, the time burner defense. How does it work? You just burn their time. You don't allow them any entry points, you don't allow them to plant. It's all about holding them off the diffuser for 3 minutes. But
10 seconds to insertion.
I don't know how well this is going to work out because I don't know if they're going to be playing Pancake off-site. Really, once his gadget's down, he can run. Same with Yesh, same with Avara. They need to play those 3 off-site and have Trip and Square be the 2 guys surviving down inside. Yes, chat, everybody watches on their phones. You know, the very few of us run PCs. Brax does because he's a PC goat. He has that big Halo money. It's better than the big oil money. Bro gets all the Halo income. He's actually, you know, he's a pro player, has those Wikipedia page and everything. And as I was saying it, I was right. Pancake and Av will be the ones off site. We have Yesh up in server room. That's going to be the 3-man hold that I was just thinking. It's almost like I'm just a goat or something. Abolish enters in through tellers, though. They have that wall coming open into the office. And Sticky Quickie still up in conference. Him and Stargazer making sure 3rd floor is clear. Vizsla has that office, bottom square open. Where's my prime sub shout out? I called it as soon as you did it. Pancake eats a ton of damage through that wall, but still manages to walk away with his life. I called it out, by the way, no one. I called it as soon as you sent it. And the wall bang hitting onto Yeshua. They know that he's in there somewhere. Av will find a first pick, though, taking down Stargazer. However, Yeshua gets refragged by Abolish. Pancake dropped and taken down by Abolish as well. Abolish up to his double kill on the round. Still swinging this with 9 rounds left. He's got to drop off to reload. But I don't, I think he's more into let's see what else I can make happen here. Looking down, we have Squared sitting in bottom blue stairs. Shotgun pulled at the ready. Not the positioning I'd want, especially not for my smoke player. Because your entire job is to survive till the end. Blows the smoke up into this top square. Or I guess bottom square. And Twitch is just there to be annoying. Tripway still just chilling. He's got his drones out. He's doing his job there. And Av is holding and ready for this drop. We'll see Mr. Quickie coming through here, through servers. He wants to try and take this swing now onto Squared. Honestly, it could work in his favor, though, as Squared was not ready for that quick swing from Quickie. And now the wall comes open. Prep and plant is going to be the name of the game here. Dropping the hatch. Tripway gets taken down by Abolish. Abolish gets refragged by Av. Av now in a good position to try and deny this. He has the smoke on his side. However, he is absolutely pinned in by 3 guys. It's going to be the name of my next porno. Pinned in by 3 guys. Cryptical finds the headshot onto Av, ending that round. Round 1 of Bank going into CC's favor. Come on, chat. Keep the hype train going. Get some more subs out. Break out that moldy money. I would love it. Trying to buy a motorcycle right now, so every little bit helps. The Twitch money is nice. God, that stuff's nasty. This time we're going to be seeing the second floor defense coming. I love the capsule play again. I think that's going to be someone that they bring almost every round for this map because he's just so useful. The amount of like weird angles he creates and the amount that he breaks up sites, it's definitely, a great operator to have. Alright, I can't get that bot to work. Taking my sub back, now he's getting cocky. Okay. It hurts my feelings. Vizsla will be the one playing out on this rappel. He needs to try and make some sort of plays here. Yes, Gulia, it would be dope. I'll send it to you here in a minute. I'll play after this match. Just DM me and remind me to send it to you. And Abolish will be running in, taking the ATM control fast, but not doing much with it. Quickie has, oh my god, the top square opened all to himself. They have all the head holes in the world. They're just not challenging it. Pancake not swinging off his shield. And it's actually going to cost him his shield. They got to do something to get Quickie out of his positioning because where he's at is just going to be such a power play, especially now taking up close to the wall. Here comes a shotgun swing, though. That'll be Squared pulling in the opening kill for his team. Good move not letting your teammate die there. However, we do have Cryptical now moving his way through stock trade, which could result in maybe an early pick or 2. If you're not ready for that guy in stock, it's going to be a bad spot. Pancake rotates off, gives up pretty much one of his cleanest positions he could have had, but he puts himself right back in front of Crypto because no one is holding that close hold to him. We're going to see Square pulling the shotgun swing again. However, Av will find that kill into Abolish. Crypto now running out and getting out of there, dipping to pull up Square. Invisla still out on the rappels. Stargazer still with his long rappels. They haven't made any really play for any footing or ground in this map. They've only been footsteps deep as Crypto finds another free pick there, taking Yesh down as he was not paying attention. Like I said, guys, plays have got to be made for this defense, or for these attackers, sorry. They have to do something to try and push in. He now knows right where Square's at. And maybe they're going to be setting up a double swing. If they're smart, they're setting up the double swing. Bait him into swinging Crypto, and then Stargazer hits him from the side. Maybe swing him into Stargazer into Crypto, There's got to be some sort of play. However, we'll see Squared pulling his double kill up, taking Vizsla down. Leading him now down to very, very low HP. Crypto making his way up through hallways. Stargazer Trying to hit this swing here onto Square. It ends up actually flashing himself. And Av will run out and take Square down, or Stargazer down. Now Crypto left in a 1v3 situation. The 6th man on the team of Senate now with 5 seconds left until he becomes the power player here. Square instead says, nah, I'm going to take the kill away from our 6th man, Mr. Time, and just swing it myself. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. He is outside. Round 3 loading in. Oh, we're going to have another basement hole. This one did not work out in their favor last time. Let's hope they were able to correct it. Now, this is always one thing that's frustrated me. Was this wall right here. This blank, empty, open space. Like, they could have done something here. Could have done something with it. Put a closet in, something, I don't know. Instead, they're just going to have a blank, empty, open space in the middle of the map. I mean, it's literally just a open kill box with nothing in there.
10 seconds to go.
Hopefully we see Av or Trip on this roam again. It looks like Trip will be. Av needs to hopefully play that shotgun and play it close. We're going to see Square going for the blue hold with his shotgun in hand. Yesh up in lobby still. Kind of late in the round to be up there roaming around, my man. But Tripway, he will be their second floor. He will be their heavy roam. Hoping to get an early pick here to deny them any sort of map presence. Vizsla rushing the ATMs. Abolish right behind him. And Quickie still has his drone in there now. Stargazer pushing the 3rd floor. Yeah, let's hope Tripway is able to withstand this push onto him. Yeshua chilling on these main marble stairs. Yeah. With the impending swing, Yesh is able to find a first pick onto Crypto. They did not drone him out. And then they did not drone Trip either, I assume, because he walks right in, or Sticky Quickie walks right into him. And Tripway picking up an early kill for his team. Putting them up by 2 lives right now. What is it that we have up here, this top square? Mr. Stargazer. Yeshua eats a lot of rounds, though, at Abolish finding that pick. And now we're about to see probably a 2v1 upstairs. No, never mind. We see Abolish drop. He doesn't even care. He said, let Trip have this upstairs. Not my issue. And Trip and Stargazer both exchanged some HP, but not enough to make it really matter. And God, please tell me, you know, we're not going to see Square get that aggressive to where he makes a swing here. Heard the disconnect sound, but nobody disconnected yet. Oh, there goes Yesh. And Vizsla will be the one now coming up to try and help out his teammate and take Tripway down. Tripway had to have heard those shots coming, though. So he goes for that, you know, little rotate around to watch. And Vizsla, wearing the dark outfit, they're blended right into the wall. Evening things up to 3-3. Never mind, 2-3 in the favor of CC as Abolish flames down another one, taking that kill onto Avara. Or Av, whatever you want to call him. And we may just see a hatch drop here. Both of them really not in great positions, but at the same time, they do have power over these drops. Stargazer going for the rotate up. For some reason, going all the way 3rd floor to make any sort of push down. Abolish getting really concerned with these main stairs here as Vizsla runs out lone office. We're actually going to see him come through garage. And Square gets hit by Bees, putting Abolish up to a triple kill as he finds Pancake. And Abolish says, I want the 4K, so he's going to be aggressive and swing Square, giving himself a 4K on that round. Beautiful play from Abolish. I mean, yeah, that's not something you see every day in this competitive scene, guys. The 4K is just absolutely insane. The aggressiveness that brought that on, he set the tone for his team. I don't know who the host is, but they're going to have to pause, and we will see that one coming. Yeshua is now back in. God, I'm getting tired already. It's only 9:14. Coming down now will be staff open area. bit of an odd place to play. You know, not your most common. Let's hope the Senate knows what they're doing to hold this. Because you cannot go down defensive rounds on Clubhouse. You know, defense is where you make your plays. It's where you make your stand. For some reason still paused, even though everybody's in the game. Unpause the game, Unk.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Alright, this open area hold can be a bit weird. Seeing Squared on the Clash again is just about as strange, though. Yeah, I don't like to see a Clash played. I don't like her. She's not useful. All she is basically she can be a walking camera for your team. Maybe a little bit of damage, slows a push, but CC really haven't been that spearhead entry that they've been needing to block. It's usually just one or two players who go in, make a pick, maybe two, and that's just enough to break the lines and make the Senate team kind of scramble to fill the gaps, and that's where those other cutoff players play. Looking around, we really don't have any off-site presence at all. Whew. When I say not really any at all, I mean none at all. Abolish and Vizsla already taking through ATMs. Like I said, here's what I mean when I say we're going to have two quick, hard, aggressive players. But Crypto will be the first pick from Av. Beautiful first pick from him. Yesh gets refragged though as Vizsla picks him up. Tripway is there to set Vizsla back into the grave. Now Abolish, you know, he's the other spearhead here. He's got to make some sort of play. Quickie up above. Now they're both in upstairs. Where's Stargazer? Still chilling outside. Tripway eats a ton of damage there from Abolish without really even returning a shot onto him. Something has got to happen here as he hits the wall bang and actually downs Trip. A down Tripway is not a good thing for this defensive team right now because Trip has been one of their greatest players. Pancake is taken down by Quickie as well from up above. I still don't think they see where Trip's laying down at though. Here comes that quick Abolish swing in. He knows Av is right there. Seeing literally just the tip of his head, but Av just doesn't continue to take the fight. Sees Tripway finally cleans up his kill from earlier. And Quickie is trying to come through tellers with Abolish. Av not in the greatest position though, so smart idea to back off the way he did. Squared pulls his SMG out, puts the shield away, and goes for the swing on the Stargazer. Not able to find it and lay him out. However, here comes the swing onto Av by Quickie. Start getting dropped by Squared finally. A good pick going his direction. Using that shield to buy a little bit of time to try and reload his gun. He does get the mag slid back in. And here comes the rotate from Squared, but it does not work in his favor. CC pulling 2 rounds on this map so far with only more to come. Oh, and thanks for the follow, Buida. I see you up there. What's your prediction for this series? Well, how do I word this right? It's either going to be a 3-1 or a 3-2. I don't know if we could see a 3-0 depending how the Senate plays these next couple of rounds. Also, hey Canadian, how you doing? I didn't even know you were here. The Senate is kind of a letdown right now, according to Icy. Definitely not playing their full potential. Pancake and Yesh have been first picked quite a lot for this team, which is slowing them down. Yeah, if they let up on those first picks just a little bit, this game could go a lot more in their favor. But I don't know. The way that they've been playing it right now, they're playing really, really aggressive, which is smart. You do have to keep the aggression up on CC. If you let CC get comfortable, you let them have rounds. However, they're just not winning a lot of their swings, and Abolish has been just absolutely hitting these TikTok clips as he drops Tripway with a nice opening pick there. I mean, 10-2, I'm expecting, you know, a couple of these games to be put online later. Quickie already making his entry in upstairs. I mean, he's just eyeballing squared through that wall there. Stargazer does find that pick on a Pancake. Pancake onto an honestly rough start for this one. As Abolish finds another pick there, taking Av down. Square drop by Quickie. We're going to see Abolish now rushing in. It's down to Yesh down into 1v5. Yesh picks one kill, however, Quickie's there for the re. Icy said this is a 3-0. It very well could be tonight the way CC is playing. You need to see that magic factor that the Senate brought whenever they played against 5.2 last night. If they bring the magic back, they could honestly clean sweep and wipe the rest of these maps. However, CC has been playing extremely passionate. They want this win so desperately. And a lot of it was honestly just Abolish putting in the work right now at 11-2. And that's got to be one of the best KD ratios I've seen in a very, very long time. God, this stuff's nasty. Not a fan.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to insertion.
Trip now going to be that offsite roamer. He's going to hopefully hold this top square. Ooh, just punch that window for a little bit of that phantom annoyance. Not that it's really probably going to do anything. Yeah, I mean, Quickie might pre-fire, but that's it. Crypto's already in the room. This is just a beatdown. The gun skill is showing. What was the first map scores? I think first map was a 7-4 or 7-5, something like that. But Crypto's already in, walking through open area. He's got Tripway right there. Trip will find a pick onto him, thankfully picking up one of the better players of the CC team who's on Twitch.
Bomb located by attackers.
And now Trip with that long angle there could find Abolish with a nice opening pick for his team. Instead, Abolish, or no, Quickie. No, Quickie picked up squared. Abolish hits a beautiful kind of flick up there on a Trip, laying him down from a mile off. Abolish on an absolute heater. I'm telling you, right now, we're going to see this on TikTok later from Abolish. Yeah, the way he's playing at 12-2, even if he just posts his score line, he's going to show, hey, I did this. However, Yeshua's up there to get that frag onto Abolish, lays him out. Then we have, I believe that his Stargazer being taken down. Yeshu with a double kill. Vizsla needs to find out a way to play against this shield, and he will as he just blows it out of the way. Pancake goes for the swing, takes him down. Now Quickie left in a 1v3 situation. And he has to do something. He's kind of pinned into these blue stairs. Av making the smart play and just ripping that C4, being ready. All three of them are just stacking up behind this window. There's no point making a weird play. Golia, stop rooting for CC. You don't like the underdogs? Yesh gets fried down by Quickie. Quickie up. Ooh, yeah, but get camera's going. Yeah, don't pop that Goyo just because it's force of habit. You need to walk through there. Quickie now walking his way down in through this garage. If he wins this round, I'm going to say this one's over, but instead he decides to sprint right at Pancake. He gives Pancake one of the easiest kills of his entire career. Good pick from him. Ooh, and then just shoot the body Pancake. Not the smart move, man. Not the nice move. Abolish is crazy right now. Yeah, Abolish been crazy. We're at the split now. The Senate is on the attack. Their attack rounds weren't that clean for the Lair map, but that is just Lair being one of the most trash maps in the entire game, so I don't blame them. Pancake finally on the board. Yeah, he is. They need to do something to shut Abolish down, because right now he is playing out of his mind. Don't hate it, though. I mean, you'll love to see it. Man is having a game. That's how you build a career out of this. That's those streamer reflexes now.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers objective is to locate a bomb and
Quickie with a nice spawn peek taking Pancake down. Just when you were happy that, you know, seeing that man go, kind of hurts. Wild Boy's number one. Wild Boys is not number one. I'm sorry to say it. Hate me all you want. You guys are not the top four. Like, no. Black Hole right now is making, I think, more of an impact than Wild Boys does. Wild Boys has the money. Black Hole has the spirit. I just want to cast so I can see the Senate lose in real time. You're not going to see the Senate lose. Senate is the W's. Here we go with the Lair hate. You know, I will ban you from the chat. After I just gave your org a nice shout out. C4 play takes squared off that window. Yeah, I don't know what man is doing right there. However, we will see Yeshua take Crypto down. The AK-12 has been deadly for both teams. However, Sticky Quickie gets that swing onto Yesh, getting that refrag. Tripway is in, out, in. Has to try and refrag his teammate. Instead, he's just a millimeter off his head. And Stargazer finds Av. A most fortunate series of events there for the Senate. This map might be chalked. Might be time to start looking towards map 3, everybody, because the way CC's playing, they're playing lights out. They want to shut the scoreboards off.
attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You know, at first we were saying King Abolish, but right now it's going to be King Quickie here in like 2 seconds. As this man is catching up, and he's catching up quick. Between the two of them, the TikTok clips are going to be real. It's almost going to be one of those nights, man, don't get on TikTok. You're just going to see the same couple of guys all night.
10 seconds to insertion.
Just realized the Senate is an OOG team. Gotta rep my org, yeah. The Senate's real ones.
Objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
But at the end of the day, both these teams are my boys. Long love of CC. They've been my boys forever. You know, they've been awesome dudes to hang around with. Senate is one of the newer OOG teams. You'd love to have them on. They've been playing lights out, you know, every game. This will be one of their, I think, few losses I've ever witnessed if this game does end in a loss, but I doubt it because they're just going to lock in and clear things up. Squared rushing down with that blitz, finding Quickie on the first pick, getting rid of one of their better players. Now Abolish is chilling in open area. Has to make sure no one swings him. Yo, Icy, you don't want ads, bro? Just subscribe. And Abolish eats a little bit of damage there. However, he does find one down onto Pancake, pulls a pistol on Trip, drops him, and now he is able to actually get out of there and survive. Square TDV taking down Vizsla with that pistol. 3v3 matchup. Crypto playing those head holes really nice. Stargazer, he wants to swing this top square, and I don't blame him either. Definitely would not hurt to do. Square needs to find this kill into Abolish. However, Abolish gets that frag onto him. We did see Stargazer go down from Av. Yeshua is finding that kill onto Abolish, though. Is a nice pick for his team. And now Crypto is last alive in a 1v2 situation. And everybody's kind of scattering and pulling. Both Heart Breachers up, so we're about to see some wild things happen and all the walls come open. We have an odd play by Crypto to pull himself out of the objective. Now both these players pulling drones. Again, not something you see very often. I think Av just got confused on where Hatch was.
A bomb has been located.
Slight droning, you know, pretty normal stuff. I'm not using my Prime sub on Caster 4. What are you going to use it on? Bro, I need the Jinxie charm. Oh, give me my Jinxie charm. Oh, Yeshua gets picked from Crypto there as he goes to run down the hatch. They should have been definitely having one guy watch those drones, the other one make this play. Instead, they decided to pull the drones away entirely and both of them, you know, start trying to run for it. They didn't even double swing the perfect time here to hit each other. Av goes down trying to get that diffuser, and I think we're going to see him come down these main stairs, putting Crypto in a position where he's going to need to push if he wants any sort of way to keep himself in this. If Av is smart, he goes for that B plant. That also looks like what we're about to see.
10 seconds to go.
Live pings hitting. He knows right where diffuser is.
To go.
And here comes a swing. Never mind, diffuser. Av gets off the diffuser for some reason.
Operators, you have run out of time.
God, I mean, he had like not even a second left on diffuse. Why he didn't stick that, I will never understand. That's going to go down as something that I think haunts this team later on. Because now it's match point for CC to take map 2. Is Squared good? I feel like I always see him doing bad. Yeah, Squared is actually usually pretty good. You gotta remember, this is finals against the best team in comp, so it's hard to go against, man. Squared is honestly usually like a 12 kill player. I mean, the same can be said about Pancake. He's usually a 12 kill guy. Trip's usually a 12 kill guy. Yesh was a 12 kill guy. They're just not there because of this team that they're against. But I mean, look at Crypto, Vizsla, and Stargazer. Both, all those guys are usually at least 8-9 kills. They're just both playing against very good teams that are matching them blow for blow, dropping down early picks. Like I said, if this one didn't have Abolish and Quickie having, you know, lights out games, it would probably be a lot closer.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to insertion.
Every time I see Square, he's on shield. I think it's because he's their shield player.
Operators are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Like, shield players are becoming ever so common in the current meta of things because of just how useful those shields can be. He's just Sincere on an ult account, bro. Maybe? That means Sincere had to get a lot more talented then. Nah, not kidding. Both players are good in my book. Let's see what we got going on up here. Because it looks like Quickie and Abolish will be roaming together. I don't think Quickie was ready for that shotgun. Squared is a great IGL. He has decent tier aim. It's best known for his IGL. See, there you go. He's no Stretch, I don't think. But he's still really good. Stretch is on a whole different level. Looking down, we have Crypto getting that first pick onto Av. Abolish fries Square down. And who do we have upstairs? That is Trip upstairs. Abolish wanting to hit another swing because why not? Just keep adding to the list. Yeshua finding an opening pick there onto Quickie. And Abolish has one close, finds that, pulls himself to a double kill. They have a live ping that there's a ram up there, finds that, puts him to a triple kill. And then, oh, Stargazer hits Yash. I was almost hoping we'd see the 4K coming out of Abolish again. CC pulls map 2 in a 7-2 victory. Don't forget, guys, just, you know, because I just seen it pop up in chat. Download Matchmasters using the link that is in my chat right now. I get a couple bucks every time someone, you know, downloads the game. I get a couple bucks every time you guys play it. It makes a little bit of money on the side. I mean, I love it. It's fun. You don't have to, but I'd appreciate you. Sort of got my overlay, I think, had to move. Map 2 went into the favor of CC. We're now prepping for map 3. Let me pull this up. Third map tonight. will be Consulate with the CC starting defense. You think a quick 3-0 for CC is coming up, Icy? I mean, the way that they're playing, good possibility. Crypto said good half, hit the reverse sweep. It's ready up for map 2. The stat lines are going amazing. Imagine the storyline, though, if we see, you know, the reverse sweep out of the Senate. That was something CC was always known for. They were known for having the stamina for taking all 5 maps and running with it. Imagine we see that out of the Senate, though, and CC gets burned out after the first 2. I mean, the story would just write itself. But I don't think we're going to see that tonight, guys. Abolish and Quickie are both way too into trying to hit this win. Alright, let's pull the match back up now as we load into Consulate with the CC defense kicking things off. As CC, if you're banning first, I mean, you don't really want to target ban. I mean, get rid of the Blackbeard, though. You've done it every round up till this. Or get rid of the Hard Breach. And there goes the Blackbeard, like we kind of assumed was coming. Now, for your next ban, you know, this will be the Senate's ban. The Capital is kind of annoying, kind of good. But I don't know if he's really worth a ban. Let's see what they think, though. They believe he is. I mean, I've seen CC abuse Capital countless rounds straight. He used to be kind of one of those characters they would always pull and always go to. So it doesn't surprise me that they may have watched some film back and said, hey, we got to get rid of this guy. For the defensive ban, it's hard to ban in this game. Getting rid of one op doesn't stop a team, but it will be the Mira ban coming out. Assuming next might be a Valkyrie, because she's pretty decent for this map. You can set her cameras up. You know, there's really not a lot of verticality to play, but she's a lot of intel to gather. I could also see maybe a Kaid ban, but he's not useful on this map at all. You know, there's no definitive reason to have a Kaid on this map. But the Clash, after seeing Squared pull Clash twice, yeah, I don't mind that ban at all from CC. Capital is an S tier caster or S tier operator. You are right, Bullia.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Moving in, we have this upstairs defense coming. Oh, God, I wish I had my controller plugged in right now. It would just make this all a lot easier to cast because I wouldn't be just zooming everywhere I go. You know, look how fast that is. That's not right. That's stupid. Ubisoft, slow it down a little bit. I'm trying to get those nice following shots, you know? Something nice. Not going faster than the fastest player can run. I'm outrunning Usain Bolt here.
Discover the location of a bomb. 10 seconds left before insertion.
You know, Rook Lardex the Destroyer can blow through a bucket of chicken, but he's still not as fast at blowing through that bucket of chicken as what I am zooming through this map. And Abolish will be hitting this run out here. Actively trying to swing these cameras. He does see 2 of them on that first ping. And there's the run out. However, Squared was ready. Gets the opening pick for his team, dropping Abolish off the board early and quick. And Crypto's place sitting there going, congrats, you idiot, you're dead. And then reinforcing this wall off. Drone's coming into Quickie over there in the admin office side. But I'm praying they're not going to push him out. I mean, they have to push him out, but I'm praying they're not just going to dive through a window on him. There's much better ways to try and take through this map, and that window is definitely not one of them. Quickie gets another window opened right on top of him, and he will be finally gunned down by Pancake. Crypto now rotating over. He has to be the guy to play this next line of defense here. You know, Pancake on that rappel could be pretty scary here in a second. However, Vizsla will get a nice pick, taking Yesh down, trying to even this game up just a little bit. Crypto getting that wall bang over from Piano side, and Pancake getting some damage here as he jumped in. But now he has that admin side control. They got to do something to try and maybe push through this wall. I mean, Squared is the current heart breacher as Crypto finds a pick onto Tripway, eliminating one of the better fraggers on this team, and Squared drops, I believe that was Vizsla, through the wall. Crypto now hiding suicide corner, doing his best just to stay alive because he does not have the HP to take any sort of swing fights right now. Stargazer, on the other hand, has all the HP in the world for it. He just doesn't have a reticle anymore, or at least he shouldn't. I thought that eliminated his reticle. Oh, yes, it did. Reticle gone, so now he's just trying to hopefully blind swing this. And honestly, it was very close to landing some heavy, heavy damage. Avara, for some reason, because the gadgets are all burned, but it's not close, as Crypto gets that easy swing out and takes Pancake down. See Av walking straight into Crypto. Av dropping back is able to pick up some shots onto Star, and then gets the double kill to save the round for his team. Absolutely stellar there. I thought he downed him with that first one. Gets that kill into Crypto, swings back around, takes Stargazer. Beautiful, beautiful clutch there for Av. CC never loses according to Aquino? Probably not. I mean, they really don't. I'm in their Discord. I can see their score submissions. There's not a lot of L's in there. For a while, they were on a downtrend, but right now they are firing like they used to back in the day.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright. Moving down, we're going to see CC holding this defense again. After that last round came as close as it did, it could very well mean that they win this. They just cannot be first picked the way they were that last round. Yeah, to lose those first picks the way that they did was not a very great thing.
Attackers have located a bomb.
17 viewers in chat. I love y'all. Thanks for coming out.
5 seconds left.
I know you're only here for the game. You're not here for me, but, you know, it warms my heart to think you might be. And Abolish preps another run out. He said, F it, we're going to try this again. Jumps through cameras, has to know there's someone getting ready to push. And the drone does catch him. Man, no, run out, Abolish, come on, man. You had us excited for that and everything. Vizsla gets fragged through the skylight by Yeshua. Good pick from Yesh. And definitely one that they needed to win, taking Vizsla off the board early. Yeah, that kind of eliminates that one long desk player. C4 coming in from Quickie, not able to find anyone, however, he just gets a quick peek on a trip, quick on the square, down to a double kill, evens this round up and actually takes the advantage for his team. Mind you, he's still holding this break room. Pancake is still right there as Av takes Quickie down as he drops. Pancake needs to be less worried about that cam and more worried about the guy coming for that swing that is Stargazer picking him up and again putting his team back on top for this one. Abolish and Crypto both very, very concerned with what Av is doing. Meanwhile, Yesh is walking his team down and Stargazer actually picks the double kill up. Shoots the body, a little toxic for Star. I'm not used to seeing that. I don't like it. And Stargazer whips the deagle out, and Abolish, I missed it. Jumps out the window on him, but at least we'll see it here. Just dives out and dunked on. Good play from Abolish there to wrap this one up for his team. Evening out to 1-1. It's like 500 degrees in this room.
locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Bomb located by attackers.
Alright, we're going to be seeing this basement hold coming. Oh. There we go. The PC controls are just garbage. I'm never casting PC again. I gotta make sure I always have my controller here somewhere. I'm just out of ports on my PC to use my controller. It sucks.
10 seconds left.
700 degrees in this room.
5 seconds to insertion.
But the downstairs defense is coming along smoothly, and Abolish will be their roamer upstairs.
Defuse a bomb.
This time he just does the run out. Opens up the spawn peak. Come on, do the runner. Do the run out. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. One on cam's close to him. There's two more on the other side of the vehicle. Instead, he walks away with no picks, but he still has his life. Instead of electing to run to safety, he just says, screw it, let's go further from sight, and pulls himself upstairs. Breaks the window. And he could not get his gun down low enough. I believe that was Pancake. Yeah, it was Pancake who could have ate those rounds, but Abolish just couldn't get his gun down that low. They have the foot tracks coming on Abolish, but it doesn't look like there's anybody ready to push him. I mean, Av is holding that skylight. Yesh is just being annoying in those yellow stairs. And Trip got his feet. But no one actually pulled down to run. Av finally drops himself in. Phone call coming out from Pancake. That's just Abolish chilling in reception. He's got guys coming from him, dropped yellow. They're hitting the track and everything. This man is just gone. Thought about it, did a runner. Survived with his life. Yesh making the smart play instead, now just droning. However, that gives Tripway the ability to, hey, yo, let's go open up this wall. Main wall coming open. Tripway holding that vert up above, trying to help his team out here. It looks like Av and Pancake are going to be trying to push through yellow. However, this defense is now set and steady for that main wall push. If these attackers want any sort of chance, they need to definitely make a pull from behind. And now Jackal is out of his tracks. He used his last one to go after Vizsla. I don't think it's really going to play out that well for him, because he just cannot find the angle. Av does find a first pick onto Abolish for this round. Abolish was more than likely just rotating around being aggressive. And Crypto eats a little bit of damage through the floor. Quickie at least able to pick up that kill onto Av, dropping him down on the main stairs. 4v4 situation, and really there's no attacker progressions being made through here. Yesh did just sprint in, pulls in close. He's not ready for Crypto at that half wall. And Quickie will find Tripway's head as the rest of the team gets gunned down. I believe I am starting to get audio bug right now because half these gunshots are not working.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Just so tired.
Okay, kick to the chest. I could use a nap. But it is going to be this first floor hold. Yeah, trying to hold this art piano room. But it's going to be a long extension upstairs. Two guys playing up, maybe three. Depends on if Vizsla stays. And right now it's looking like he might. Abolish and Quickie both debating on that run out. And Abolish went over to Vizsla like, please, Papa, let me do the run out. Let me do it, please, Papa. Vizsla drops himself back into piano room. Making a 2-man upstairs hold. Let's see how these attackers plan to deal with that. It looks like a blitz will be their main solution. Squared pulls his cameras. He knows that Quickie is going to be standing close. But Quickie actually pulls himself in a break room, and he's setting up on this window. If Squared isn't careful, that could result in him dying. Instead, ooh, never mind. Quickie gives the window back to him. I think if Quickie knew the only thing peeking him would be a pistol, he would have been more aggressive on it. Pancake walking his way through manager's office. You know, we have Squared finally taking break room. Trip coming through admin. And Yesh is holding this top long desk with that DMR. Does not actually deny that rotate though. Square gets dropped from Abolish. Vizsla is taken down by Av. And Abolish is getting aggressive, making his way through hallway. We got Quickie over here, trying to make a play onto this guy and manager that is Pancake. Our Hercule is able to slam down Av. Sticky, you know, doesn't even get hit by the flashbang. Takes that easy kill on a Pancake. Tripway will down Abolish. However, Quickie is still, you know, he's still up there. He can get the refrag. And now we got Trip and Yesh in this top floor. They got to do something to survive. Now even Stargazer's coming up hunting. You know it's a bad moment when Stargazer comes up to hunt you down. Quickie takes this long fight with Tripway. Neither one land any shots to one another. And Trip now hits that rotate around, coming through this kind of coffee side, and finds Quickie taking him out. We're going to see Trip actually drop down and try and push this guy first floor lobby. Stargazer whips the shotty and holds close. Now both these attackers are deciding, hey, we can take site, we have diffuser. Meanwhile, both defenders are like, hey, I'm just going to sit upstairs, we can hold this a little bit easier. Stargazer drops back down. The third, well, I guess 6th man coming into play here very soon at 30 seconds left. Tripway gets forced into Stargazer, and Crypto finds Yeshua. All because that 6th man was starting to gun them down and push them in. Timeout requested by the Senate after coming down 2 rounds. Again, another slow start from this team. They definitely have to pick it up if they want to remain in this competition. You know, this is map 3. This is where it all comes down to the line. This is where it all matters at. Use this time and try and fix this overlay just a little bit. 2, grab the CC logo and just slide it over a touch. That's gonna have to work. But yeah, this is where it all comes down to play. And you've got Crypto at 6-1, Quickie at 5-3. You know, Stargazer 5-1, Vizsla at 2-3, and then Abolish is 1-3 right now. The CC team is absolutely scary to play against. Squared and his guys have got to get something rolling if they want to have any chance to continue on here. But the way it's currently looking, we might see a 3-0 night, which nobody wants to see a 3-0 night. 3-0 nights are not fun. This is finals, baby. These are 2 of the best teams right now, like for this league. We got to see this at least push on to map 4, maybe map 5.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Chat, I would really appreciate maybe a Twitch sub or 2. Means a lot. I'm not one to get down and beg, but I will be on my hands and knees asking for one if I need to be. Beggars can't be choosers, and I'm begging for you all. If I had to choose my targeted audience, it would be, you know, super hot women that are really rich and successful and that just love my content, but I can't pick that. So instead, I'm going to beg and choose y'all, because y'all are my people.
5 seconds remaining.
Please sub, makes me happy, man.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
We see Stargazer on the first floor service stairs. I wonder what he's trying to pull with this, because we already have Squared pushing up yellow. If Squared manages to hit this backstab off from nowhere, because really no one's ready for it. I mean, maybe Crypto. He's kind of in a position to stop it. But instead, Square just gives up yellow. I mean, he has that control. He had that part of the map. And he just gives it up to walk away. Vizsla now rushing over, trying to help his boys out, because there's a 4-man or 3-man rappel on these yellow windows. Av dives in, so does Tripway, and that actually will force one to run back out. However, there is a C4 from below. I believe Quickie hit it. Yeshua finds Quickie. Stargazer finds Square, though, and we're back to a 3v3 situation. The shield is gone as Yeshua rushes in, takes Crypto down. Now he's just running through sight. He's got his princess music going. Stargazer is up to a quad kill. I didn't even know that was happening. That was his C4. Because the thing didn't pop it up. I didn't know that was Stargazer's. Up to a 4K, you know he's saying, please abolish. Please, sir. I want to hit this ace today. Walls or soft pinks are coming through these walls because they know right where he's at because of their cameras. The swing hits abolish, but Yeshua clutches up and destroys Stargazer, denying the ace. I mean, that 4K is still extremely impressive, though. I mean, an ace would have just sealed the deal. This is finals. This is where these clutch moments are supposed to happen. But Yeshua's ability to survive that and actually turn that around for his team was insane. I mean, almost as insane as Stargazer's 4K. We're about to hit that halfway point of this matchup. Or of this round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as possible. Attackers
I don't know if I even have a little fan in here, do I? No. No, my fan's going. The only thing I can do is go drag my AC out, and I really don't want to do that yet. We have base hold coming, head holes being made, rotate holes being made. Everything being set up nice and prim and proper from CC.
5 seconds left.
The Capital love makes me love them even more. Yeah, CC, I've noticed they've always been really big fans of Capital because they understand the tactical usage of him. Like, I've seen them bring him countless times because of just how good he can be. Vizsla trying to hit that spawn peak there. Getting a little bit aggressive. But no one yet for the Senate has made any, like, way in. They're not pushing in this building yet. Pancake is going up to try and burn this wall. And Squared will find that opening pick, taking Vizsla down with the little shotgun, I believe. Yeah, she's just a touch of damage. Then here comes the thermite charge. Wall is coming open now for this main basement push. They have nobody down there. Well, I mean, they have people down there to stop it. But they didn't have any utility to throw at to knock them out. Tripway is now opening his verticality up. But Crypto trades a lot of damage off onto Yeshua. I mean, Yesh, very, very low HP after that one. And Tripway with these vertical shots, hitting Crypto, but not enough to kill him. Av rushes in, takes Abolish down. And then there goes Crypt to Yesh. It is now a 2v5 on site. Quickie in a very, very long angle for that MP7. But Nitro above deals some damage to Square. Not quite enough, though, to knock him down. Stargazer takes some damage. However, he does get the fry onto Yesh. That's all they need is just to deny that planar guy from coming in. Trip is on those yellow stairs. However, there's a double walk-down spiral between Pancake and Av. Stargazer really does not have the best gun for trying to take a double fight like that. And the revive for Yesh is coming.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Two guys bottom main stairs now. They have control of the hallway. Squared's still just chilling upstairs. And we got Trip and Yesh now setting up for this plant to go down. The swing, Av picking up that kill on the Stargazer. Quickie finding one. hit the ace counter. Never mind. Triple A will shut him down. 3-3 split coming into the second half of map 3. I mean, chat, they're keeping this thing neck and neck. It doesn't get any better.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
When you got J-Way coming in the chat and saying those are some nice shots, you know some really, really nice shots are being laid. That is Mr. J-Way himself. Looking up, we're going to see another upstairs, or the first upstairs hold coming from this Senate team. Bit of an odd pick. We're going to see Squared pulling out the Tachanka. I mean, no hate. We'll see what he can pull with it. Starting to yawn. This could be the Senate's comeback. They've won 2 in a row so far. There we go. That's finally getting that suicide wall. Let's see what this attack is bringing as Vizsla eats a little bit of damage there. I mean, these repels. I hate to spectate repels because they're not fun to see. I want to see some gunfights. I want to see some pushing. Stargazer starting to get that wall open. It looks like he is very comfortable in his role right now of hard breach because he is 9-3. And here comes Quickie diving in. Already starting to try and take some map control. And those drones are going to be absolutely vital because they have to get rid of AAA shield. Yep, that is AAA shield gone. There is a player in the second floor spiral as abolished. He will find AAA with a good pick there. Crypto was gunned down. I wasn't able to see who did it because, well, Siege just likes to glitch out like that. But we got Yesh in a bit of an awkward position here because he does have Abolish on his spiral. Square needs to be the one to come over and help deal with that. He's got the fire and Abolish is just low enough that it would matter.
Attackers located a bomb.
Selma's hitting. You can tell Yesh does not want to give away where he's positioning at. He's hoping they run past him as Pancake picks up that kill onto Vizsla. Again, Abolish, he's still just showing spiral. Finally, some fire coming out. Quickie eating a little bit. However, so did Alvera. And Quickie now coming through that hallway gets picked by Pancake. Pancake to a triple kill. 2 more for the ace as Abolish picks up that kill onto Squared. We're going to see Pancake rotating around now. Instead, he gets overly aggressive, feeds himself straight into Stargazer. 2v2 situation. Near sight. Stargazer, again, he's up. He's at 10 kills. Abolish is chilling long desk. We still have Yesh, who has this control of these vending machines. And again, I don't think anybody but Abolish knows he's there, so if everybody to pick that, it's Abolish getting his triple kill by taking him down with it. And now Avara, or Av, in the good spot to try and position himself. However, it's all for naught as Stargazer still has his drone, but he doesn't turn around to look. And Av, using this time and this cover, repositions himself into the hallway. But Stargazer is just so much better right now. He goes 11-3, pulls that kill up, putting CC back in the lead. I don't mean to say Stargazer is better than you, but Stargazer is better than the lobby up to 11-3, guys. I mean, Stargazer's locking in finally for his game. You know, everybody on CC's had their locking games. We've seen Abolish do it for map 1 and 2. Quickie locked in for map 2. Now we're seeing Stargazer locking in for map 3. And that's something that's really nice about CC is that they all have that factor, that X factor that they can just activate, lock in, and win.
And defuse bomb.
That's all that stuff gone finally. It sucks, but it's just hot enough in this room where I might have to go make another one just to try and stay cold. We do have another upstairs hold coming I mean, I can see that from the Senate. They almost won that last one. They're going to take it back. They want to win it for this one. Because they absolutely are trying their hardest to try and keep this thing tied to CC.
5 seconds to go. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Vizsla pulls out the Finko. Don't hate it. He's 2-6, but it's a good roll for him because his teammates do take a lot of swing damage. The way that CC has been liking to play this map, that extra 20 HP boost could be the world to them. Trip trying to get a little bit aggressive to peek that hatch out there. And Square pulls the thing again. The way Star shot his gun is so tough. It's because Star is just tough right now, bro. Crypto and Quickie are both taking in. Vizsla is kind of just leading the way, saying, hey, screw it, man. My life doesn't matter that much. I'm not doing good. Let me take an entry pick or two.
Bomb located by attackers.
So he's rushing in. Crypto feeding him the drones. Quickie using his ability to try and locate people. And Abolish able to pick up that pistol kill to lay Trip down. Here comes the fire that we were knowing was coming from Square. But there's Vizsla with that little bit of health boost. Pancake finding a good pick on Vizsla. Eats a ton of damage. Now he's forced to relocate. Relocates him right into Crypto's field of view. Pancake taken down by Crypto. Crypto now rushing in. Starting to try and pre-fire into Squared, but Squared is the better angle there. Quickie finds a kill into Squared. Now it's Yeshua in the 1v3. Hits Abolish on the jump in. I mean, for Quickie and Star to be the last two alive, it's a pretty hard challenge to overcome. However, we do have Yesh standing, and Yesh has been locking it in for this map.
Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
Stargazer does get the fuser planted. Quickie will be the one playing close up on it. Eats a little bit of damage, but Yesh is not able to pull that SMG recoil down quite fast enough. Does not long arm the C4 like he wanted, and Quickie will find the kill, putting CC up 5-3 against the Senate. Man, those pixel angles are just so dirty, but you love them. Part of me wants this stream to go for another like half hour to hit that next set of ads. Part of me is like, man, just end it now. I'm ready to go grab my AC unit and I'm ready to just turn it on, put this room down to 60 degrees and pass out.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
It's not only hot, it is humid and I hate it. The Senate now electing to go for the basement hold. Let's hope and pray that they don't decide to bunker it in. They need to, you know, hold some sort of upstairs pressure and keep that presence alive throughout the round.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers have used to defuse the bomb.
And Stargazer gets that first pick onto Yesh. Sorry guys, I was reading something from a family member. You know, a top frag v top frag there. I mean, Avara is still up, but I don't know. Stargazer is just looking pretty tough right now. Vizsla playing the fuse, gets, you know, rushing in there, and they're just saying, hey Av, try and bandit trick this. Trust me, Golia, I want to see map 5 as well. At the same time, you try sitting in this room where it is like 95 degrees with the PC, which is like a mini toaster oven sitting right next to you. This thing right now is... How hot is this thing? I can't even tell you how hot it is. I just know that it is like on fire. Verticality being made everywhere. Vizsla trying to pop that floor open. And here comes some more hard breach from Stargazer. Why did he hard breach that? Well, because he can. Vizsla is taken down by his own charge through the floor. Which, I mean, I'd be pretty annoyed and upset at that, but that is part of the risk of playing Fuse. You gotta drop them and run. You cannot stay and keep trying to fight the holes that you're making. Squared playing really, really close with this mini shotgun out. And he is kind of locked in here to this yellow side because he's got someone watching his crossing. Stargazer is trying to make the play because he wants to bring this diffuser in. And Abolish has to hit this backstab. He hits this backstab, it changes the outcome of this round into CC's favor. But that's only if he hits the backstab. And it does pull all the attention. Tripway looked at it, he was scared of it. Av dropped back, he's scared of it. And who's that we have running in there? Oh, of course, that's just Mr. Crypto running in, getting a kill. Stargazer runs in and gets a kill. Pancake eats a ton of damage there from Abolish. However, Pancake is able to fry Crypto down before he's taken by Abolish there. Now it's just Av in a 1v3 coming down spiral stairs. And they know right where he's at now. Abolish runs straight into Av. Av trying to take this long gunfight here with, I believe that is Stargazer. However, all those flashbangs coming in have got to hurt. Bad situation to be in because 20 seconds left. You have got to take this fight head on. But Quickie will be there to shut him down, putting us to match point. My PC needs the air cooling, or needs the air conditioning? Yeah, I know. I have another case to put this PC into where I can put more fans into it. That way it'll hopefully extract the heat and the PC itself won't get as hot. I mean, it's going to blow it all throughout the room, but it should keep the PC colder, which should keep the ambient air around it colder. I just got to get it into the other case and get the other fans installed. I just have yet to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't like computer stuff. I'm not a computer guy. I'm not a tech wizard. I can't stand it. Looks like one final effort from this Senate team to keep themselves alive. Going for a basement hold. They gotta come up with something. Icy's saying easy 3-0. Brax just said that JFK peeked to Glaz, and I think he did. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Right now, you know, Squared's probably just saying, hey guys, comfort ups, let's win this round. You know, keep our heads above water just a little bit. We're going to see Quickie and Vizsla pushing their way through Garage. And here comes Crypto trying to drone it. He can see that Pancake is laying right there with the C4 in hand. And Pancake eats a ton of damage from Stargazer. However, Yeshua hits the wall or the window bang to take Crypto down. Doesn't quite matter that much as they do have that wall open now. And there's a pick on a Tripway. Wasn't quite sure who did it. And C4 comes out, does not land anything. And here comes the wall. Vizsla up to his double pick for this round as he has that coffee room control. Pancake chilling electrical. Squared upstairs above tellers, putting the pings down where these guys are. He knows that there's a bunch of them down below him. Throws the C4, doesn't like anybody, then re-swings right in behind it. Takes the challenge of Vizsla, finds the kill. That's a beautiful one as Yesh comes in behind Abolish and takes him out. Quickie and Stargazer are now the last two alive for their team. It is a 2v3. This could be finals right here, everybody. Squared going back to his camera, trying to give his team the comms. We have Pancake dropping back, making the smart play of just stay safe. Stargazer eats a ton of damage right there. And Pancake will find the kill onto him. Quickie now last alive in a 1v3 situation for finals. Takes Squared down. That's one of the camera guys gone. Kind of pinned in here. We have Yesh pulling his shotgun, pulling close. Pancake taken down. Quickie now in a 1v1 against Yesh to win this all. Yesh pulling that shotgun, wants to maybe hit some floor shots here. I know I definitely would be trying. So that is your best possible chance to keep yourselves in this round. And Quickie says, well, maybe I can just plant and bait up here.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
He does know that Yesh is playing as the, what's it called? So he tries to take it over to the hard floor to plant. Plant is going down. There's about 2 seconds left on it, and here comes Yesh up these stairs. Gonna sprint it. Has SMG-11 in hand, and it's down to this 1v1 of Quickie. Can he win his team for finals? No, Yesh gets the kill. Triple kill on the round to keep Yesh and his team in this. We're gonna be seeing one more round, guys. At least one more.
Defenders have disabled the bomb diffuser.
Beautiful, beautiful clutch there from Yesh. Almost sold it from their team, though. Now, moving upstairs, we're going to see what the Senate can do on their defense.
Attackers need to locate and defuse the bomb.
My old build had this giant fan. It was so nice, I kind of miss it. Honestly, I didn't build this PC, so I built my first one. Well, I custom ordered one online. Bought it. Got my next one. You know, because the first one broke. The second one, I finally just upgraded the other month. I rebuilt it. I tore it apart. You know, took all my pieces out. Bought one on Marketplace. Put most of my pieces in. I think the other thing I used out of his was, well, I used all his stuff out of it. I transferred all my my hard drives and all that over. After using it for a while, I was like, alright, time to upgrade, because the motherboard was ancient, the CPU was ancient. So I got a new CPU, new motherboard, doubled my RAM, or tripled my RAM. And if we look, crypto's already in running deep. So it was abolished taking through Visa Office. And we're going to see crypto trying to make the play up spiral. Yeah, I like tripled my RAM when I rebuilt it. So that's all in this PC now. I just have to put it into the new case I bought, because whenever I put the new motherboard in, I had to get rid of all of my fans. You know, just to fit the motherboard in the case. So I'm kind of screwed. Yesh finds that first pick on to abolish there. Again, Yesh is now putting his absolute heart and soul in, because he's trying to keep his boys in this round. We see Stargazer, though. He just wants to end this thing tonight. Vizsla does get taken down by Tripway. It's a 3v5. I think we see Abolish either restarting or rage quit. They have the live pings. Pancake knows that you can see the back of Stargaze up here very, very soon. But there are people moving up on his door near him. That is Quickie. The swing from Yesh with that shotgun puts him up to a double kill on this round. In a 2v5 situation, Sticky Quickie does get that kill onto Pancake, though, to try and even this out just a little bit. Getting rid of Pancake is a massive blow to this defense. However, man advantage still is not in their favor. Yeah, the Senate has got to lock this one in to win this map. Around, that should be the shield destroyed. Opens things up for a little bit of a Stargazer push through. But no, it was not enough. The shield is still there. Tripway takes just a touch of damage. Ab still has his shield. Quickie cannot get rid of it. So they're absolutely living on a prayer here. No easy way to push through. So much fire, and they still have a lot of time that can be burned because of those flames. Yesh looks a little ballsy, goes for that swing, gets an easy pick to Quickie. But Quickie is trying to bait the swing from Trip. I mean, Trip could go into it because he has more HP. Stargazer finds that kill onto Av. Down goes Quickie. 1 kill for Trip there, 2 kills for Trip there. as they edge ever closer to keeping themselves in this game. We might see the reverse sweep in action here, chat. Which I kind of hope for. At the same time, I'm just too hot to care. My face, I think, melted off like 10 minutes ago. Game is paused. We're waiting on Abolish to get back in here. God, we hope he can rejoin. As close as this map is to ending, though, I'd just say, bros, play it without me. Get me in on the next map if we have another one. Oh man. Hopefully Abolish comes back in. Because looking at the stat line, we have an absolutely locked Yesh going against an absolutely stellar Stargazer and Quickie team. Vizsla's off to a really slow start, but at the same time so is Squared. Both those guys are the typical IGLs. So they're going to slow down, of course. Oh, Mr. Abolish, please hurry back. Dying of heat. And, starting to get kind of tired sitting here. Or he's just not coming back, and we're just going to sit here for ages. Alright, he's back online. Alright, our boy Abolish. Again, a slow start from him. You know, you kind of were hoping to see more, especially the way he's played those last couple maps. Slow start, but you know what, it matters. With Abolish back in here, we will be getting underway for what very well could be the match point.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Have Abolish going in and say, bro, these are the weirdest rats I've ever seen. Bro, there hasn't been a lot of rat plays this last round. A couple good rotates, but a lot of just really good one gun fights. Like, please guys, for the love of God, can we stop scheduling BO5s for 8 o'clock on a Thursday night?
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse.
Alright, we just seen Yeshua Turk on it. He just threw it back. Bro just said, here's the yams. Trip eating a lot of damage off the start. Hey! Hey! I'm allergic to your BS, bro. And I'm going, hey, here's a live ping. They're right outside this, up this way. Looking, we do have Vizsla in closet. Vizsla is not in the closet. Or is he? I don't know. But the C4 below from Squared gets rid of him anyway.
Attackers have
Looking now, we have Tripway coming up that west corridor. And Pancake coming up the stairs. We have Yesh sitting on these these yellow stairs. Him and Trip both reinforcing each other while Squared holds their door. I don't know, we could see the double swing here between Trip and Yesh, but Yesh gets swung by Quickie, taken down. Trip getting ready to try and swing this yellow. Never mind, he backed off of it because there was somebody right outside that yellow door. Crypto up above, he is definitely trying to find maybe an easy pick or two. Unable to hit the floor bang right there. He definitely needs to find Av though. Av is the player to beat. Quickie getting down through the floor by that C4. Definitely a painful loss. He's 14 and 8. Looks like Crypto will be going for that res because there's nobody watching it. Quickie back up now on his feet. 5 pings going out. They know that there's a guy chilling pillar. That is Mr. Squared. And Av getting aggressive now, coming upstairs. Trying to make some sort of player push. Crypto getting rid of the batteries. That means Stargazer can finally do his job, his hard breach, and get that open. The swing from Av on the Quickie. Quickie walks away with an easy kill there, putting him up 4-3 this round. And Squared being forced almost out of his position by that grenade. He's really in a bad spot here. Abolish runs in, takes Pancake down. Stargazer runs in for the plant. Crypto finds the knife on a Trip. However, Squared's able to kill one, but Stargazer picks him up, winning his team this finals at 16 and 5. Behind him is Quickie at 15 and 8. Crypto 9 and 8. Vizsla 4 and 11. Abolish 7 to 10. Absolutely stellar plays there from the CC boys. Bringing this one out and coming away with the win. Congratulations, everybody. I'm going to see if I can get any CC players in for just a short interview. Yo, CC, you guys want a post-game interview?
Let me ask the Abolish.
Jump in hand cam 1 if you do. Alright, we're going to jump in here and see if any of these guys want to come in. CC with an absolutely domineering 3-0 victory. GG's to them, though. I mean, you can't beat it.
29, 34. I had 34 kills.
Alright, do any of you guys want post-game interview?
Yeah, bruh.
We can take a post game interview.
Alright,
Yeah, I'll give you your fucking post game interview.
just watch what you say, it is still live.
Yeah, watch out.
TOS.
Alright, go ahead.
I know TOS, and I didn't say any TOS.
No, you're
What was
good.
the question?
I mean, how you feeling? Hyped?
Yeah,
You know,
they're
honestly,
terrible.
that was
They just
yeah,
hit corners the entire time.
it was kind of what we
They're
expected.
Ratters. They are ratters.
Alright.
Right.
We
Full-on
started
ratters.
trolling map 3. I won't lie. They gave us a run for our money on that map, but we just kept trolling.
Stargazer just had like a legacy game right there. Just absolutely popped
That
off.
was a legacy, bro. That's normal star, bro.
That's normal star, but that was insane.
I didn't do so hot on bank, but Abolish picked it up. That's why.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Abolish went off on map 1 and 2.
You did not go up on map 1, bro.
Just trying to make him feel good. Shut up.
Yeah, Riley, I don't know what you're talking about, you fucking 0x. Shut One's
You didn't
waiting
go
for me, though.
negative.
Oh, I was second on the bottom.
Oh, dude, I have to like get to my 2 rabbits that I have because of the money that I have and my girlfriend that I have, and then I gotta wake up early because of the job that I have tomorrow.
Good bitch.
Alright, so what are y'all spending the winnings on? One at a time.
Elden Ring Night Rain.
Probably gonna neuter my bunny rabbits.
Probably McDonald's to be
Nah, bro.
honest, bro.
Me, bro.
That's just real.
All right, so we got
Honestly-
McDonald's, bunny rabbit, nuts being clipped. What do we got next?
And how much was it? 600
But
price pool?
I've always said Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. All
The
right.
price pool.
Night Rain.
The price pool was
Night Rain.
600.
Night Rain.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
What was the price pool, buddy?
I think it was like $600.
Oh, okay,
I'm not
so
gonna
120.
lie, I don't even know what to spend mine on. I gotta give that some thought. But
I mean,
Like
just
120,
send it to me
110,
on God.
well, I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Alright.
Let me watch the cast after.
Oh, there was some absolute good
A
plays.
lot of drafts and
Okay,
wagers.
okay.
Just a fuck ton of drafts and
A
wagers.
lot of drafts and
Yo,
wagers is a
yo,
good
four.
idea.
Were you spectating me on bank when I spawn peak pancake?
I believe I was, yeah.
When I was like top squared, double.
Yeah, I caught that.
Fuck yes.
And of
I'm
course,
a
Ford
little
doesn't
sad.
spectate me.
I don't know if you remember.
Ford
Ford.
doesn't spectate me when I just one-tap the zombie the last round, bro. Never does he ever spectate me.
See
Yo,
what
Ford, why do
Squid's
you hate
doing
me?
right now.
I mean,
Or
I
that
just, we
round
just
where
smell weird.
I flicked behind the Forez. I was like on V sisters. And, like, I actually think I blew.
Well, yeah, there was like, I think it was a Stargazer, like a 3K or a 4K. It wasn't popping up on screen who was getting any of the kills. I just seen people dying. I'm like, okay, this could be good. Next thing you know, the last guy dies, and I see 4K. I'm like, when? Who killed that?
That's funny. That's
Who
All
dare
right.
text me?
Well, you guys have a good
It was
night.
in a Kuji thing.
Any clips,
You too,
just
man.
pull
What
them off
the
the stream
fuck
if
is
you want
that?
them. I don't care. Y'all have a good
Okay.
night.
Yeah.
For
Alright, thanks for. Appreciate
Thanks for it.
Yep,
Have a good
later.
night,
Love you guys.
it. Have a good night.
Love you.
Love you too.
Thanks, man.
GG's.
Thank you, I
GG
guess,
stream.
Wow,
Yo,
thank you,
whoever's
I
watching,
guess.
I love you. Whoever's watching, I love you.
No, he doesn't.
Anybody want to
He
shout
don't
out?
even love. He barely
I
loves
want to
us.
shout out.
Shout out Tripler.
Yeah, abolish it on Twitch.
Hey man, shout out Dale. About good, buddy.
Shout out Trip. Shout out. Honestly, shout out all of the Senate.
Shout out
Shout out.
Sleepy. Shout out Sleepy. That's my
Alright,
Shout
this
out
shit's
all
getting
of Senate.
cringy.
Shout out all of
Yeah,
Senate.
GG's.
Good team, bro.
Shout out
Fuck with
Big
all of them.
Stingray.
Good guy. Good guy.
Dude, Bingray do be a good guy. Bingray be a good guy. Alright. That's it for the night, guys. We'll see ya.